We got to be a little sad because the man
No.
died.
I know.
Hello, Julie.
Hi, Denise.
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
So
How
we
are
got
you?
some sad news that we thought we would. I'm all right too. Not, a little shocked. So for those that haven't heard, we lost a fellow patriot. Yeah, good man. He was fighting the good fight, trying to
Yeah.
bring truth out to everyone. Former CIA agent Robert David Steele passed away last night. That would have been August 28th.
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought I'm gonna call Julie because Julie, you got to meet him. You got to spend
Yep,
time with
yep.
him just
Yeah, I
recently.
did.
So if anybody knows about him and what he was like and can share with the viewers, it's you. So thanks for jumping on with me.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. I was very shocked and surprised this morning to get the news because I had just jumped off the tour. I can't even remember what day. It was just a couple weeks ago, and I needed to be off by the 21st because I had the Sovereign and Free Expo in Republic, Missouri, but he was continuing on, so it wound up that we stopped in Pennsylvania, was our last largest event, where I think we had upwards of about 500, maybe 600 people there. It was amazing. And yeah, that's where Mr. Fusca showed up, Vincent Fusca.
Okay,
But
wow.
yeah,
But
so
start us from the beginning, Julie. So how'd you get involved in this?
how did I get involved? How did I wind up on the Arise tour, Arise USA tour? So some Patriot friends of mine and I saw where they were going to be in Kansas and Missouri back to back. And
Okay.
I was doing some house sittings for some Patriot friends in Kansas, and it was only like an hour and a half away is where they were going to be. So I showed up in Kansas. I met Trent Luce immediately. He came out of his bus, and the same bus that had, that's him. That's right.
All the way on the right.
Far right with the hat. Yep. That's Trent. And he came out of the bus that we were walking up towards. And so I didn't send you a picture, but I've got a picture of me with my friends and him right away. And so in Kansas, that was the first day that they had their new, oh, that's a great picture of him.
I had to put this up because this is actually my favorite picture of him. Yes.
I love that. That's so cool. I did not get an opportunity to smoke cigars with him.
Oh, that would have been great.
Although he gave me a whole bunch of them. If you go back to the picture in the background there of us, that's what I'm holding. Is he had just already given up cigars, and so when I got on at Mount Rushmore, I told him I'd like to smoke a cigar with him sometime, and he said, "Well, I quit, but you can have mine." And so what you see in that picture there is me holding a whole container of cigars that he gave me.
Yeah.
That was that. Yeah. So that picture
All
there.
right.
Yeah.
Because I'm blocking the picture, so I'm showing her. Here's the picture.
There we go. Yeah. So, and I can't even
So
remember.
what were you doing here, Julie?
okay.
What were you guys doing? Just shooting the breeze in the park, or give us some background on this picture?
So this picture here. So anyway, so to finish up, so I met them in Kansas, and I told them I was going to come see them in Missouri the next day, and that I had my massage chair, and that's where Trent said, "Well, come on over." So that's where I wound up working on Trent, Kevin, Rebecca, Jake, the audio guy, a couple other people. And then Trent and I wound up talking back and forth, and that's how I wound up getting on the tour with them. I met up with them July 4th, at Keystone.
'Cause-
So
yeah, because you know what? That can be very stressful. Just traveling alone can be very stressful, right?
yeah,
But especially fighting the good fight and all the speaking engagements and going from state to state. So who doesn't need a good massage, or who couldn't use a good
Right.
massage, especially the driver, right?
right.
Rebecca was driving
yep.
all those hours.
Yep. So I wound up meeting them in Keystone and joining them. I helped Rebecca. She was their audio visual person. She was doing all of the live streaming, and she was doing all the editing and stuff. And she's the one that had a little short bus. She's got an awesome little short bus. She turned into an RV. I think it was a Ford F450. And that baby.
We did a show with her, so I think I showed that.
Yeah, we showed that. And then I have a picture in there too of her little red bus. Trent had slapped a sticker on the side of it that said "Black Cattle Matter." And so that's what we drove around in, a little RV that said "Black Cattle Matter," short bus. So anyway, so this picture though, this is where,
back to the picture.
This was the first time I worked on, I only worked on it that one time. It was more of the other staff that were having me work on them. But he said, okay, great. So, and I worked on him about 15 minutes there. This is right after I worked on him. And he had somebody just take our picture, and this is after he went and got the cigars for me. So, but we had an event right next door. So over his right, not that building, but a little further over, we were having an event right there that he had already spoken at. And so sometimes I would leave my chair up and work on staff while the program was going on. Sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I would just really, sit back and enjoy.
It's a great picture.
And he didn't always give the same speech, which was great. Robert was really like the first person I heard speak and have firsthand knowledge. Oh, that's a good one. Him and Sheriff.
I like
Mack.
that one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
This is on the tour.
This is on the tour. Sheriff Mack, actually, I took my constitutional oath with Sheriff Mack. I sent you a couple of those pictures too.
Nice.
This would be in one of the buses there. They were really nice. So yeah, I got really close with Robert's bus driver, Matt. He was awesome. Super nice guy. And anyway, it took Robert a couple of times to remember what my name was.
Really?
But that I figured this guy, he's not used to meeting a lot of people, and now he's been, it was grueling. It was grueling being moving to that many locations that quickly and meeting so many people at each place. I mean, it was physically grueling. So it was tough, and we didn't get sick while we were out there at all. So it sounds like it wasn't till after we all split after Pennsylvania that he continued on to do some more touring, scaled down quite a bit. Yeah, scaled down quite a bit. But I thought it was supposed to end on the 21st, which would have been last Saturday.
So Julie, we have questions in the chat. So,
we do?
Yeah,
Okay.
Some you might be able to answer, some you might not.
I'll try.
We'll start. First, I want to say hi to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm not sick. It always looks like when I don't put on mascara.
That's not true.
I'm healthy. Thank you, Lord. I'm healthy. Okay. So we have Betty Daly. She's a moderator. Hey, Betty. Linda Darlene Johnson. Hello. Giselle Grimes. Janice Conley. Tina Hernaga. June. Hi, June. She's also a moderator. Thank you for joining. and Sunshine Lily. Love these names. Love these
Ooh,
names.
Sunshine
I'm
Lily.
plain old Denise. I just love beautiful names you don't hear too often. Okay, so I guess what people want to know is how he got sick. So I don't know if you can answer that. You just said he went on after the tour ended, right?
Right. So what I have heard from a couple of the people, last week I started getting a group text that I was still on with the people on the tour. They said, we're asking for prayers. Robert's having to go into the hospital. And
Okay, so these are the people that were traveling with him after you left
Right,
the tour.
right,
And you have a group chat. Was he
right.
ever in the group chat? Like, did he
No,
ever?
no,
Okay.
no, he wasn't in it.
And so
But
this was about a week ago?
this was, I want to say this was Monday or Tuesday this last week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know how long he had been in the hospital up to that point. I just know that he had been put in and that he had COVID-like symptoms. I don't know if he got tested. What I'm hearing too, though, is that he was doing better for a while, and then something happened and took a turn for the worse, and they put him on the ventilator, which most of us know that that is not the correct
That
procedure.
sentence. Yep. So that sentence.
Yeah.
Listen, I told my children, I have hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin in the house. If for any reason I end up in the hospital, get it to me somehow.
Yeah.
Get it to me somehow, because they will not give it to you in the hospitals.
No.
And they'll want to give you remdesivir, which I don't even know, remdesivir. That's not good. And ventilator, definitely not.
No, no. And one of the people that I visited with out there and met was a doctor that had been fired for prescribing all of that. And
a bunch of them got fired for that.
Yep. A bunch of them have been fired, and their reason, the hospital's reason, is you'll confuse the community.
With the truth.
Confuse the community.
Well, Julie, the truth can be a little confusing. When you have all these lies in your head from constantly listening to the mainstream media, yeah, the truth might, confuse you a little bit.
So my friend, my doctor friend I met out there, he had done the prescriptions of those two big ones, and the hospital refused to administer it. And those two patients died, and those were the only two patients that he lost.
Right. Okay. Now I have another question, Julie. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just want to really focus on Robert David Steele right now, because everybody's like, what happened? What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
So if I don't know, like I said,
so I'm hearing that's what happened. I'm hearing that he had those symptoms, that he was put into the hospital. I heard that he asked for alternative therapies. He was not given them for what he requested, and then at some point was put on a ventilator, and now he's not here. And
very sad. Now I had mentioned this to you, and this isn't something Julie would know, but this was a question that I had. Somebody wants to know, who's asking this? Janice Conley, did they use a bioweapon on him like they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Amanda Grace and them, they got sick from, what they released into the air during the
Well, of course they did. Well, of course they did. Everything's a bioweapon right now that they're doing.
Yeah. You don't just get sick out of the blue like that.
No. Yeah. The whole thing is a bioweapon. So I do know this. So it was interesting, Denise, because one of the things that you were asking me while I was out there was, were any of our people getting sick? And we weren't. While we were out there, we were not, with Robert's tour. And I shared with you, I was doing a lot of energetic protection around us. I was doing just a lot of, oh yeah, there it is. I love that picture, Black Cattle Matter. but just doing a lot of energetic protection. There's Kevin and I, and
Got a hair on my nose. Okay, sorry.
we were getting demonically attacked. There's no
Now,
doubt.
who's Kevin?
Kevin Jenkins, Urban Health Alliance.
Nice.
He's the guy that put us on the map. He's one of the disinformation dozen. And I think he might be one of the main reasons we weren't able to book out more than 3 days in advance and tell people our location, because we had to cancel Milwaukee because we had a serious bomb threat. I mean, you know, you always get bomb threats, but
Right.
sometimes they're BS, and you know, you can flesh that out. But this one was pretty serious, so we had to cancel Milwaukee location. And after that, we would only do like 3 days notice of where the exact location would be. Yeah, it was weird. It was like being on the front line in some way. It was like we were constantly moving.
Wow.
And
You know how things overlap, right? And just, you know, like podcasters, guests run into each other. Everything overlaps. Well, somebody texted me, a friend of mine, Jamie, texted me about maybe, I don't know, a month ago, and said, you got to get Kevin Jenkins on your show.
yeah, he's great. He's great.
And then
Boy.
I was on with Dr. Northrup, and she says, oh my gosh, she goes, Kevin is a very good friend of mine. We're a team.
Yeah.
So
Kevin's great. Kevin's great. I worked on him several times, and he's going to be coming to Kansas City in October for Health Freedom something or other, and I'll be there as well. So I get to see him again. I'm excited for that. That'll be good.
Awesome.
So here we are. This is the shortcut.
You look like a little girl on a school trip, I have to tell you. I love this.
This was like, holy crap, take a picture before it goes away, you know?
Yes, good memories, good memories.
Yeah, it was great. So this is the couple that took Robert to the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Sally and Mark. They met on the tour, and right before we were supposed to leave, they were just the cutest couple. They met on the tour.
They're adorable.
They connected, and they dropped off the tour for a couple of days right before the end, because they were dropping off his car to Alabama or wherever he lives. I don't know. And they were going to combine because each of them had their separate cars, right? And they were following separately. And at one point I thought, these guys need to just combine forces. And so they finally did. But I don't have full confirmation, but they were scheduled to get married a couple of weeks after we got off the road. So I hope they are. I haven't heard back.
Probably married.
Yeah,
married right now.
Probably hooked up.
Oh, okay.
So here's the bus. There's Trent. There's Trent.
Trent Loose.
Yeah, worked on him quite a bit. He's got a great daily show, radio show, talking about urban to rural and bridging the gap. Talks about the land grabs that are going on around the country. And yeah, he's got some great information out there.
You know who he looks like? Do you ever see Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller, Robin Williams?
He looks like him, doesn't he? And he also looks like Patch Adams. That's who I thought he looked like.
Patch Adams. I got to find a picture. I'm going to take you people with me.
Yeah, but you're right.
I'm going to try not to make anybody dizzy. Don't get dizzy watching me.
Okay, well, here we go.
You can Google without my glasses, but Robin Williams in Night at the Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. Let's get a good look at the guy. Is it me? I don't know, guys. Is it me?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Is it me? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh.
I wish I could do a side by side.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, minus the glasses. Minus the glasses.
But you're seeing this, right?
Dude, yeah. Dude.
We're in the way. Wow.
That's funny. That's funny. Very cool. Yeah, Trent was a super cool guy. I really liked working with him. super nice guy. So that's in front of the buses. Maybe you can show, oh, this is a night that we all went out. So there's Rebecca right behind me, Kevin on the right. Another guy, the guy over on the left, right behind me, he's the one who used to drive for Kansas and was very, he's
Carry on my wayward son. I love the group Kansas.
Right, and so you know that I think his name was Richard that just died from Kansas. That was his best friend. So it was like right as we were ending the tour, he found out that his best friend had died. It was crazy.
That's awful.
Yeah. So, but that was, we had one night we were able to go out to dinner. This was on a Sunday night, and I don't even remember what city it was in. Or state. It was like
a roadie.
There's my buddy. That is Matt. Matt was, that's my dear friend, Matt. He and I spent a lot of hours together. He was Robert's personal driver. So he drove Robert's bus the whole time. And he would share that Robert would come up and sit down next to him, and they'd have conversations. And so,
he must have taken it very hard.
Yeah. Well, right now, Matt's in the middle of the storm. His house is in the middle of the the storm right now. What is it? Hurricane Ida, I think.
Henri? Hurricane Henri?
Henri or
Ida.
On
to the next letter. I don't know.
I think we might be.
Henri was supposed to come my way. I got spared. It was supposed to come my way last weekend.
I think it's, hold on.
It's not Henry, because every time you hear it on the news, they say Henri.
Oh, he just
has an I at the end instead of a Y.
He just says category 4. He just says category 4. He doesn't have a name for it, but
well, we pray for Matt's safety.
Yes, absolutely. Him, his mother, and his sister. I'm praying for them. Yeah. So he's on a different tour now. Matt is, but super great people. You know, it's
Janice is sharing something, Julie. I think you shared with me that if you take 3 grapefruit peels and is it 2 or 3 lemon peels, put it in water. Now you're going to distill the water by boiling it for 3 hours, but you have to cover it with a glass lid. Did you tell me that?
Well, anyway, I've shared some home remedies with you. Yeah.
That makes the hydroxychloroquine. Yeah.
Yep.
But they say you have to use a glass lid, I guess, to maybe that distills the water.
Probably.
But thank you for sharing that, Janice.
Yeah, thank you very much, Janice.
Okay, so we have another, I'm sorry, Julie.
No, go ahead.
Looking at the questions. Conspiracy theories. Is he really dead? We can only go by what we hear, right? What we're being told.
Yep. That's all I know from the ground. I mean, the people that took him to the hospital or who contacted me and asked me for prayers for him this last week. Right. So I can't imagine that they would be lying about that. Right. So I have to go with the truth. That is the truth. I have to go with that.
Right. Yeah. June says, I feel like Robert is in protective custody.
That could be.
We could only hope. We could only hope. We can't come out and say, because we don't know, but.
Right. We don't know for sure.
We could only hope. But I have to tell you this. Prophet Johnny Enlow, he goes on Elijah streams. I'm trying to get him and his wife Elizabeth onto my show, God willing. But I've never heard a prophet say this before. I've heard patriots say it before, but the prophet actually said, there are a lot of people that we think are dead that are really alive.
Nice.
And there's a lot of people that we think are alive that are really dead.
Yes.
He said we're going to be very, very surprised.
Yes. Well,
so coming from a prophet, I'm like, wow. Now even the prophets are saying that.
Yeah.
Well, you want to run some names of people that you think may be alive?
Vincent Fusca,
Yeah, tell us,
You
tell
show
us.
that you haven't shown that picture yet. So Vincent
Oh,
Fusca showed
I'll
up
do that. Let me get that
the
ready.
last day we had the full program, which would have been in Pennsylvania. And I hugged him twice.
Now, do you
I
have one
sort of
hugging
freaked
him, or is
out.
this the only one that you're talking about? Hold on, let's share this one.
I sort of freaked out when I saw him. I was like, "You're Vincent."
This is
There he
it?
is. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
My friend Ellie from Pennsylvania took a picture with him on January 6th.
And I got it. So yeah, so that's him there. I met him, and met is a big word. I came in contact with him as we were setting up for the last program in Pennsylvania. I had seen his car pull up. He had been talking to one of the guys that was a setup dude. And when I saw him, and there wasn't a whole bunch of people there. I saw him, I go, "Oh, you're Vincent Fusca." And he goes, and he nods, and I go, "Can I get a hug from you?" And he says, "Sure." So he hugs me on one side, and I pull back and I look at him and I said, "I'm sorry, I got to keep you balanced. Can I hug you on the other side?" He goes, "Sure." So we hug on the other side. So I don't have a picture of me next to him, with him, but I interacted with him.
Okay, so being up close with him.
Yeah, yes, I hugged him.
Did the nose look fake? Being like,
No, not at all. I didn't think so.
It didn't look like a rubber
But he was
nose.
short. No, but he was short.
Now, but what did you say about that? About him being short? What did you tell me? That you think there's more than one?
I told you that there was more than one.
You think there's more than one, right?
There is more than one. And the
Okay.
recent news I've got is that talk about people being alive that we think are dead, and dead that we think are alive.
Negative 48, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really weird. My heart is just like pounding right now as I'm looking at that picture. I think I hugged John Denver.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I'm telling you.
If that ever came out as truth, that would just blow a lot of people's minds away.
That just blows my mind when I thought that was a possibility. But when I look again, go back to that picture if you don't mind, Denise.
On Denver. Yeah,
I mean, it felt like the perfect height that we've known John to be.
I should look up a picture of him in general, right? Or it might not be the same one. All right, let's go to yours. Because yours is a side view.
But remember, didn't Denver die from a plane wreck too?
He supposedly ran out of gas, and I thought that was the stupidest way to die, because who goes up on a plane and not make sure that you have enough gas? So
I know
think that would be amazing if that was just a cover story and he's really alive. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So Vincent Fusca, big deal. That felt like a big deal anyway. John Denver. I mean, just.
Well, I am going to Colorado, and I know when I get there, I'm going to be singing Rocky Mountain High. And so that's my tribute to John Denver. I absolutely love John Denver.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
So, anybody else that you think? Well, who is negative 48 saying is alive? We know, obviously, JFK Jr. He's saying.
Oh, he also said Kobe Bryant's alive. That he didn't go down in that helicopter wreck.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Bozeman?
Who?
The Black Panther? Because supposedly the two of them were setting to start their own, production company, or they were going to leave,
I have not heard negative 48 about Bozeman at all.
The two of them were doing something together, and they said that's why they were both killed. I think they were going to try to leave the Illuminati.
Well, but it could be that the white hats saved them from that, you know.
Right.
So I think, so we're talking about the Great Awakening. I think the Great Awakening is very much going to be all of these people waking up to raising their hand and saying, I'm not really dead. I'm still here. So yeah, Princess Diana, I heard she was out there on the tour.
I heard, wow.
Apparently I hugged her too, but I don't know who that one is.
I love it.
I was hugging everybody, so who cares, you know, but
I love it.
I just, yeah, I'm in shock. I'm in shock on so many different levels of connection, of all of it. I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm just so glad that you got to spend time with Robert.
I am too, you know, and I was going to say that
gave him a massage, right?
Yeah, and he was one of the first people that introduced me to how dark the dark went, you know, and we still don't know how dark the dark is, but this guy helped introduce me to that rabbit hole, and for that I'm always going to be grateful, because
yeah,
he helped wake me up,
yeah,
helped red pill me, you know.
Yeah.
So
he touched your life, and he touched so many lives.
He did. And so here's what I've been saying about the Arise USA tour.
Yeah, tell me.
So us taking back our country is from the grassroots, right? We call these grassroots movement. Okay.
Yes.
I feel so blessed because I got to watch the grass grow.
Yes.
And I got to witness people raising their hands, patriots raising their hands and saying, yes, I will go to that meeting. Yes, I will support you on this. Yes, I will show up to contest this and not comply. And we had people raising their hands left and right. It was beautiful. You could see the grass growing, you know.
There's nothing like it, Julie.
No, there isn't. And
when I go to the Health and Freedom Conference, just seeing people raising their hands, coming forward, and they want to accept the Lord. They want prayer.
This is the front line.
They woke up.
Yep, they brought the front line to us, and it's in the city council meetings. It's with your constitutional sheriffs. It's with it's within the school board. It's within all of these aspects that we didn't realize, that we allowed our crazy, stupid politicians to continue without any checks and balances. And so this is the time where we get to stand up and say, you're not going to put a mask on my child. No, you're not going to jab me. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. I do not comply. I do not comply. I do not comply. And this is what Mr. T has been continually telling us. It says it doesn't have anything to do with him. It has everything to do with us and the power of the people. And so that's where I am encouraging people, you know what? Find out what a cease and desist arrangement is, and start sending it to your politicians, start sending it to your school board, start sending it to your city councilmen. Show up at the meetings. You know, these city council people right now, they're trying to say, oh, you only get 1 minute to speak, and then they interrupt you, you know, and then they want you to identify and dox yourself in these damn meetings. And I'm like, screw that.
Yep.
People just need to show up in mass. And there's way more of us than there are of them. And that's what
people are not, they don't seem to understand.
No.
We outnumber them.
Why are
they caving into this?
Yeah. Well, but because of the programming, because we don't want to make waves, they don't want to make waves. And I'm like, I'm done with that shit. I'm making as many waves as I possibly can in any aspect I can.
But do they realize if they don't make waves, there aren't going to be any more waves left. They're not going to have
is it. This
any
is it.
freedom left.
This is it.
Fight back.
This is for all. We're all in, people. For a poker term, we are all in.
Do or die.
All the chips of humanity.
Yeah.
Okay. And so anything else that's going on in the world doesn't really matter. What matters is the front line of where we're at right now for fighting against the dark and bringing light to what's been going on, is how I feel about it, in my personal opinion.
Oh, most definitely. And you know what's going on here in New York. And we have people fighting back. We have all the union workers, the city workers, the cops, teachers, healthcare workers, lawsuits, restaurant owners, lawsuits. They're saying, I'm not discriminating against my customers. I'm not discriminating against sex, religion, race, vaccinated or unvaccinated. It's unconstitutional. And this is what we need, people fighting back.
Right. And this is the unification, and this is the unity that has to take place, because at every turn that they have been trying to keep us separate. You know, the latest thing is jab, jab. You know, that's been the latest. This is how they keep us separated. Oh, you can't come in here unless you have A, B, and C. Well, guess what? I'm not coming in.
And that's another thing. Yes. Go support those places that are refusing to discriminate. Go. Those are the places you need to support. In Brooklyn, whoever's listening, you go to Pasticceria Rocco. It's a restaurant, 94th Street and 4th Avenue in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. We have on Staten Island, we have Max's Escas on Richmond Road. We have Marina Cafe on Highland Boulevard. And just research who are the ones that are standing up saying, I will not discriminate. Yeah. Those are the people you need to be spending your money on and supporting them in their businesses. Because they are the frontline workers now. Yes.
And they brought the front line to us, you know, I mean, and if people can't see that, then they're still taking the blue pill. They haven't taken the red pill.
They want to go back to sleep, and they want to go back to sleep.
Right. And you know what? At this point, the red pill is no longer oral.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say.
Good one. Without Vaseline. Okay. So now let me tell you, it's not even the segregation. I said this on a show the other day with Mel K. It's not even just segregation, separating who's vaccinated and who's not. It's about turning people against each other.
Absolutely.
So we're going to be the outcasts. They're the ones that it's going to be put in their head, programmed into them, that we are bringing the variant to them. We are causing them to be sick. We're the responsible for these numbers going up and up. When it's not true, we know that. But you're going to get the ones that took it telling the ones that didn't, it's your fault. You know, take it.
It's happening. It's happening within families so much right now. Yes, I was in line at Walmart, which I don't like to go to, but you know, sometimes you have to. I bought a CB for backup in case anything happens. But, you know, now they have it so that you have to go through these self-checkouts. I tell you what, they'll have only 2 lines open. 40 people will be in those 2 lines because we refuse to do our own self-checkout. But I got to tell you, that's where I'm having amazing conversations with people left and right. This one woman, she told me, she said, yeah, I felt like I had to take the jab because my daughter wouldn't let me come visit them in Colorado if I didn't.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who did it for the grandkids because the kids will not let them be around the grandkids.
Right. So
meanwhile, the ones that did get it are hurting the grandkids.
Right. So what she said to me was, she said, I don't know if I'm going to take the second jab. I said, please don't. Just, there's a little one. I said, please don't take it. I said, it's killing people left and right, and it's hurting people. So please don't. So, you know, so the good news about the long lines at Walmart is you can actually find out that there's a lot of red pilled people, or you can red pill people there in line.
I like that. That.
So
I love that. That's great. Use every opportunity to get the truth out. no matter where
Trying
you
to,
are.
Yep. Yep. That's what I'm doing right now. I think the front line is every time you walk out the front door right now.
Yeah.
You know, because we're coming up against so much programming, so many people that have been programmed. It's sad. It's really, really sad. So do you want to talk about these?
Yeah, but hold on one second. I want to tell you this,
Okay.
Mary, it's funny that you said this, Mary Stinson, because I was telling somebody before the very thing that you said. So she put in the chat, those who do not know their history are condemned to repeat it. And if you go back to history, back in the late 30s, early 40s in Nazi Germany, they had the people believing that the Jewish people were carrying a disease, right?
Yep.
And they needed to be separated. And
Yep.
then they put stars over their places of work and their homes.
Yeah, and it was slow.
And then they brought them
know,
to camps to quarantine them, and as we all know, never returned. We know what happened with that. But isn't history repeating itself?
Absolutely.
Are we going to let it? Are we going to let it?
Oh,
That's
where we're on the front line. I mean, they brought it to us. This is bigger than any world war we've gone through before, because all the other wars were them creating this crap so that they could come in and make more money off of the war machines, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't about your typical war. This is about all the chips. This is all about all of humanity.
Well, this is the New World Order. They're trying to bring the New World Order in and bring
they have been. They have been. And unfortunately, I think that Robert may have been a casualty of that, you know, because at this point, to me, that's what these people that are dying from this, they're dying from the bioweapon. And I had to.
So I want to encourage everybody, and I'm sure you do too, Julie. Take vitamin C, right? Zinc,
vitamin C and D and zinc. Yep.
And D, I like that. And make sure you go to AmericanFrontlineDoctors.org.
Oh shit! I have to tell you something about that. Yes, go there, but
go there
and
tell me. All right, get the hydroxychloroquine, get the ivermectin. A doctor will call you, ask you what you need it for. You're going to say, I just want to have it, just to have it. And that answer is good enough. And then they will call in the prescription. They will ship it to your house and you need to have it on you. But in the meantime, you can make it yourself with the grapefruit peels and the lemon peels also. But the ivermectin, if the hydroxy doesn't work, the ivermectin is stronger. So it's good to have that.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So a couple other things that I need to share with you. So over the Sovereign and Free Expo, I had a woman share with me, she's been sick. She called the frontline doctors. She made her payment. Okay. You have to make a payment when
$90. Yep.
Her credit union stopped payment.
Come on.
For 7 days. For 7 days. She wasn't able to have her appointment, okay? And she kept calling her credit union, who's supposed to be better than a big bank, supposedly, and saying, hey, what's the deal? You've never held any of my transactions before. You've never held anything before. Oh, we can hold it up to 7 to 10 days. She said on the 7th day, not only did they not push it, they canceled her transaction. So here's this woman right. She shared her story. I kid you not. 2 other people came up to me and said the same thing.
Wow.
So your charges to the frontline doctor, track it to see it's not the frontline doctors, their website where they're not getting back with people. It's that the transactions are not going through. This is a bigger cluster than any of us realize. They're
trying everything they can to stop it.
Getting their prescriptions.
Well, you know, you could get ivermectin at a horse feed store. We don't have them on every corner.
I already got mine. You can get paste. I saw
the paste. I ordered the paste. I didn't get it yet, but you can get paste on Amazon.
Paste. I have paste. Yeah.
Here
you
in
can
New
get
York,
a
we don't
liquid
have a horse feed store on every corner. I don't know where you are.
or
But if you could
Orchard,
find one,
you know, yeah,
if you can find one,
Orchard,
you can get it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like $12.
it's nothing. It doesn't cost anything. It's
It doesn't
amazing.
cost, and it saves
But
lives. It saves lives.
So this is how deep and dark it goes, that the pharmacies, they're not filling the prescriptions, even if the doctor does fill it.
You know, a friend of mine's on
Oh.
her way over here, and she told me over the phone. I said, go to AmericanFrontlineDoctors.org. She didn't get a chance, whatever. She was traveling. She came back. She asked her doctor. The doctor gave her a prescription. I'm like, wow, that's great. Your doctor gave you a prescription for it? Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going to get filled?
Nobody will fill it. Exactly.
Exactly.
That's why I tell you guys, go to that website, because
Yeah.
they'll send it right to you.
Yeah. Oh, it's just disgusting what they're doing right now. The crimes against humanity are just really, really vamping up.
No, yeah, it's war. This is
And
war.
and if they really did put Robert on dement, then we all know that that's not the way to go, and that's the wrong protocol.
No,
And
you can't breathe on that ventilator.
okay, I got to share this though. I got to share this.
Tell us.
For those of you that might be on any type of blood pressure medicine, like heart medicine, diabetes medicine, and kidney medicine, if you have CV, you have to get off of those meds. And I just learned this. Okay, this is really
people don't know this, really.
This is crucial information that people need to know, that your doctors aren't even following the proper protocol. If you are taking medication for heart, diabetes, or kidneys, those medications open your cells up so that infection, in a normal person, their reaction to the cells, let's just say, would be a times 10, okay? What's happening if you're on those meds is it takes that infection times 100. This is I think it has something to do with HGH cellular lining or something like that. But basically, the people that have to take that medication for their situation, they're dying in droves. So the proper protocol, if you have those three conditions, you have to find an alternative to your medications that you're currently taking, and they are available. There are alternatives to what you're currently taking. They can back you off a little bit so that you're still keeping your sugars in balance and all this stuff. This is big. So the doctors don't even know how to treat it because they're just not treating it properly. So again, if anybody has those dates, you can. That does not mean that you can't take those other two meds that we were talking about. That doesn't mean that you can't take it. It just means that you need to also alter your current medications because the interaction is not good and it's killing people. And I sat with a woman just this week that her husband was diabetic. We did not know that information. He was taking things. He had been exposed to people that had been jabbed that he never was, but he was diabetic. He kept getting worse and worse and worse. I had to sit with that woman while the coroner's office came in and took her husband out of her home Monday.
Oh, Julie, that's horrible. Wow, that's horrible. So someone asked about the expiration. I know ivermectin, you can use it 2 to 3 years after the date, just so you know, and it won't harm you.
I wouldn't go with any date.
No.
They put the dates on there so that you'll repurchase. Okay, that's all.
It's not going to go bad. Yeah,
it's not going to go bad. Anything you take
is going to lose its
effectivity.
Effectiveness. Yeah. So I put the link in the chat for the ivermectin paste that they can get. Yeah, and then it's American.
I really encourage people to get on the MMS too.
Now, what
MMS,
is that?
Here, I'll show you. Oh, I gotta show you a really cute shirt I got too.
Aw. Oh, come on. I type in M&S and I get M&Ms. So really? I get the M&Ms. I kid you not. I gotta show you guys.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I'll pull up the website for Julie, and it's M&Ms. What's MMS?
Oh, you're not using Google, are you?
Sometimes I am. I'll be honest.
Oh,
Sometimes
you
I
gotta
am.
use DuckDuckGo.
I do use DuckDuckGo, but when they don't have it, I have no choice.
I know.
I have
So
no
this-
choice. But you said M&Ms, and this is MMS.
MMS. I tell you what, this stuff has really helped me with my allergies this year. I have not been experiencing massive allergies like I have
Good.
before.
What is that?
This is the same stuff I sent you.
June's leaving us. June, have a good night. Thank you so much for being the moderator that you are. You're wonderful. You're so pleasant to everybody. You're so encouraging. And I love you. Thank you. Get some rest.
Thank you, June. Thank you, June. So this stuff is super, super easy.
What is that?
It smells like
Oh,
chlorine.
I just spilled water. Wait, give me 2 seconds.
Ow.
I just spilled water. That's not good. Not near my laptop. That's not good.
Oh, no, no, don't.
Not near my phone either. Come on now.
Your dying phone.
Second, let me get some paper towels.
All right.
You get me paper towels? Okay. My stage hands over here. I'm kidding. She used to help me in the studio like this. I love it.
Oh, that's
Bringing back
great.
memories.
So
when we
great.
used to be in the studio. Now the studio wants us to get the jab, so we're home. This is our
Oh,
studio.
really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This
And
is-
they want our guests to have it. We have to have it.
Nah.
And they're only allowing like 2 guests. So 3 people in a room, and you need us to get this for 3 people in a huge, huge studio. What happened to 6 feet apart was enough.
Yeah. Well, when they're Luciferian, how are you gonna, So here's the cute shirt.
Oh, love it. Oh, why am I still sharing this? Okay.
That's my son's. The cheeky monkey made me do it.
I love that. That's great.
Isn't that great?
Yes, that is great.
So, where did I put them? Here we go.
How do you use the
Yeah.
basic? How do you use
Mineral
it?
solution
On the tube.
and
Now, what is this? This is why I spilled water. Did you send this to me?
Yeah, I did it in the white. Your bottle should be white.
That's why
I
I
think.
spilled water, because I was like, wait a minute, this sounds
Yeah,
familiar.
that's it.
Me.
Same thing.
Okay, explain this to me now.
Okay, this is real easy. Now your volume isn't so good on your microphone. Oh, there we go.
Hold on. Wait, I don't even know where my microphone is. Wait, did it go underwater? Hold on. It's over here. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
All right, we're back. We're back.
I can hear you better. Okay.
Miracle
This
Mineral
stuff is
Supplement? Is that what this is?
Yep. This is so easy.
Thank you, Dawn. Very smart you are. Okay.
So you want to do this in glass, not in plastic. Okay.
Okay.
You're going to do it in a glass water. You're going to do 2 drops of this one.
Wait. Don't say this one.
Oh, wait.
What is it
Wait,
called?
So
One's
it's
an
mineral.
activator.
One is a mineral. The MMS is the first one.
Okay.
And
so
the
this is-
activator is the second one.
Okay, got that.
Okay. Right.
So what do we do
So-
with the mineral?
You just do 2 drops in a glass, and then 2 drops of the activator. You let it sit. You let it sit for a little bit. It's going to smell very chlorine. You add distilled water.
Oh, this is what you were telling me about.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you for sending this to me.
I'm
Awesome.
telling you, this stuff has helped me so much. This is the stuff I think helped me stay super, super healthy while I was out on the road.
So 2 drops. They sit in water.
Two, add distilled water.
Distilled
And then
water,
you just
distilled.
distilled. It needs to be distilled water.
You don't boil anything, right? You just leave,
No, just
And
distilled
drink it?
water.
just
Yep, and then you
drink
drink it. Yep. And so one of the
And
things
does it taste like bleach? Does it taste like bleach? No?
no, I mean,
Chlorine, I mean, does it taste like
it
no?
tastes a little chlorine, but not as bad as you would
At the
think it
smell? I
does.
want it to smell like
Yeah,
chlorine.
a little bit. Yeah. When you put the two together, it smells like chlorine.
You know what it smells like without it?
What?
Underarm odor. Perspiration.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I mean, I'm still gonna drink it. Just that's what it smells like.
So that stuff,
This doesn't really
that
smell like
stuff's
anything.
amazing.
The activation doesn't really smell like anything.
Yeah.
And then drink it. Okay, so 2 and 2. How much water? How much distilled water? Like eight ounces?
I just do a little glass like that,
Okay, okay.
you know.
And
So
where
I
can
do
people buy it?
this. Well, those there are actually from Vaccine Police as a gift.
There's
And
got to be a
he doesn't
website.
sell it. He doesn't sell it. They don't sell it really.
Okay, I see Madison Reed. Let me look that up. I'm not going to go back to the M&M site. Hold on. That was too funny. All right. Quick joke. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Why did they throw the blonde out of the M&M factory? Why did they fire the blonde from the M&M factory? Go on. What do you think? Anybody in the chat? Anybody know why did they?
I can't. I
used to be a
used to
blonde.
know this.
So no one's offended. Why did they throw the redhead out? I don't care. Why did they fire the redhead from the M&M factory? Because she kept throwing all the W's out.
That's what we need to do with our government, throw the W's out.
Oh, there's a lot of W's. Start with George W.
Right. Let's start there, shall we?
There.
Ah.
All right. So I think I stumbled onto something. It's no, I looked up Madison Reed. No, he probably just put it in a Madison Reed box. Or you did.
Oh no, that's a hair color.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a hair color. Oh, so it's called MMS. It's gonna come up this time. Let's see.
Mineral Solutions. It's been amazing.
I have a website. They have a website, guys, where you can buy it. Here, I'll show you. Okay, it is
Did Mike go away?
MMS-supplement.com. And then you can click here. You can read all about it, and then you click here and you buy it.
There it is. Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
And I got to tell you, I have had these bottles for months.
Not bad. Prices aren't bad either.
And they're still only like a quarter of the way down.
Oh, wow. Oh, so that's great.
Oh, yeah. It's just you use, for me, I use so little. What happened to my video?
Oh, yeah, we lost your video.
Route.
Oh. Well, I did want to share when you come back.
Can I come back? I don't know.
Come back. I'm going to do Rose from Titanic. Rose from Titanic, right?
Right.
They're like, come aboard. Come back. And then she has to blow the whistle. You can only blow the whistle.
Jack.
I shouldn't make fun, but why do they have to make a love story out of it, the whole thing? Yeah, Jack, I'll never let go. Get off me. I'll never let go. Like, get off me. Push him in the water. There was so many parodies about that scene. It's too funny. She's like, I have no room. It's like she had no room on that board for Jack. So there was this, it's on YouTube. There's like a skit someone did where she's like, I have no room. And he goes underwater and you turn around. She's got this whole apartment behind her on the board.
That's great. I love that. That's great. There we are. I'm back.
You're back. Okay, so what? Somebody wants to know, what does this do for you? It cleans out the toxins. What does it do?
I'm not really sure. Outside of my experience has been that my whole internal body feels stronger, and I do not have allergic reactions to nearly everything like I used to. So hay fever did not bother me this year. When I'm around cats and dogs that I'm normally allergic to, they don't bother me. I don't get
That's
all
great.
puffy with that, I just feel like it just puts this protective something around that my whole internal being feels a lot stronger for it. So I'm not really sure what it does. I just know that it's working really great for me.
If you notice a difference, yeah.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you know
If
that you know
it,
that
so
you're
here's the
helping your
thing.
system.
When I wake up in the morning, I'll be congested. And then I'm like, okay, I've got to take my MMS. And as soon as within 20 minutes of taking my MMS, my allergies are cleared. So, and I would imagine if you've got a chronic condition that you obviously can take it more than just once a day. I know that when people, sometimes when they get sick, they'll take this every couple of hours to push it through. I believe that's what Charlie was using to push this through, his stuff through.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
And was also helping his wife with her allergies as well. So between this, I'm taking this, and I take colloidal silver.
I do too.
I feel pretty much impenetrable.
Yeah. Amanda Grace turned me on to the colloidal silver.
Oh,
Yes.
the colloidal silver, I love. I
Really
use
good.
that on bug bites. I use that. I mean, I don't even get bug bit really much at all being on this. So, yeah. I have not used any bug spray. I have not, and I haven't used any suntan lotion this year either. So
Yeah, somebody, not to change the subject, but yeah, somebody had mentioned, and someone's putting it in the chat too, that there were forced vaccinations. We need to research this for the 1918 Spanish flu. I know they did give out massive amounts of jabs, but was it forced? Were they told that you can't buy or sell or enter if you don't get it? I don't know. If who's saying it in the chat? PY, YI, if you know. But I know what the research later, years later, showed that what was killing them, because the Spanish flu they were able to recover from, like a flu.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what was killing them were the jabs.
Yep, completely. I know 100% of the people that died from the Spanish flu was because of the jabs. Didn't have anything to do with what they were calling the Spanish flu. As far as what the history of where they were, as far as the forcing of it, I don't know that. That would be a really good hole to jump down, though.
Yeah, I want to look that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I said never before in time has there been a forced, the government forcing you to take it. And someone said, no, that's not true. They did it. Yep. They did it in 1918. So I really want to find out if anybody has any information on that. I should ask Mel. Mel goes down so many rabbit holes. She would probably know.
I can't remember if it was polio or Spanish flu, but one of those two were a governmental experiment on military personnel that happened at Fort Riley, Kansas.
Yeah, I just had somebody on the show last week, and it was back in, I believe he said 2000, in the early 2000s, where they were forced to take jabs, and he never recovered from the effects of it, like really bad.
That's really curious that you say that. I have a friend who lived here in Missouri, was diagnosed with cancer several years ago. Air Force, active duty Air Force. His commander came out to that, like 2,500 of his unit and declared to them that we're really sorry, but the jabs that you guys got were tainted. And I want to let you know that we are no longer going to give you the jab. Yes, this commander did. This is my.
You know what year? Do you know what year they got it? Because
but it was after 2000. So this commander tells
it was like an anthrax threat, I think, and that's why they had to get it.
His
Yeah.
commander tells the troops, I'm so sorry that this happened. These were tainted. We are no longer going to be forcing you guys to take this, blah, 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 blah. Okay. 3 days later, that general or commander or whatever he was totally stripped of his getting ready to retire status as a commander, was fired
For opening his mouth.
for
Yeah.
opening his mouth and trying to protect his people.
Yes.
From there, they took the tainted ingredients of the American lab and sent the shit over to China and started recreating the same crap overseas to give to our American troops. Okay. Now, this stuff caused my friend to have massive amounts of I can't remember if it was the blood type or whatever, but he was having all of these tumors all over his body, okay, from this jab. He lived here in Missouri, tried different alternative therapies, something root, black root or something like that was one of the things he tried. It helped a little bit. It wasn't until he was able to move to Colorado and actually get the full Rick Simpson oil, which is taking the plant, the implant, and sort of melting it down. This is what's helping him. He now has an extra child because all systems are working. He basically saved himself from this massive cancerous thing.
In the case of my guest, no, he's had surgery after surgery. He's incontinent. He's sterile. He everything's wrong with him. He's got really bad arthritis in the spine. It's really, really bad. It's not. Yes, we're praying for a miraculous healing for him.
I would recommend Rick Simpson oil because
I'll do that. Yeah.
I'll do that.
I'll put you in touch with him and maybe you can talk to him.
Absolutely.
We have some questions I want to get to, Julie, and then I want to show that video if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, so getting back to the ivermectin paste, I've never got it before. I just ordered it. I don't know how to take it, so I'm not sure. If it tells you to take a tablespoon for a horse, I would imagine you take like a quarter of a teaspoon. I don't know how that works.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have
take a human dose.
I will have something more specific and detailed for human consumption later.
Yes.
I have a friend that's going to be forwarding me some information.
Very good.
Right now, I would say just make sure you get it in your just
have
it in that. Just have it.
That's my thing. That's why I'm telling you guys. Just get it before you find out, oh my God, the website's not there anymore, or we can't get it anymore. Just get it now. Yeah. And then also the so the MMS, how much water you said you use, like what, 6 ounce glass?
Yeah, 8 ounces. Doesn't need to be a lot. You know, it also, if you want to use it in more water so you don't taste as much of it, that's cool too. So long as you're getting it in your body. You know,
right. And PY, who brought up about 1918, the jabs, he says he's reading through documents on public health reports, still digging. Yeah, I was reading through them too. I found some really interesting reports. Yeah. But I didn't see anywhere where, they were actually forced. That's the part that I'm looking to see.
In the military, you don't get a choice.
No, Cheryl, this is not a replay. This is live. This is not Memorex. We are live.
We're
covering it. See, when Julie, this is the thing about Julie and I, we could say, you know what, we're going to go on and talk about this. Yeah. And then we end up talking about this and this and everything. And we don't want to drive everybody crazy, but we have so much information that we want to share and we get together. Yeah. So, but we did come on because we got some really sad news for those that didn't hear that former Patriot, fellow Patriot, former CIA agent, Robert David Steele passed away last night. That is what we've been told. He was sick in the hospital with COVID. They put him on a ventilator, and Julie got word last night from her friends that brought him to the hospital that he had passed. So we wanted to come on and just acknowledge him and a little tribute to him. And Julie, for those that just joined us, you can watch from the beginning. Julie shared the time that she spent with him, what it was like being with him on the Arise USA tour, which was memorable and changed your
Very
life.
memorable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
changed you forever. So I want to share
just-
this video, and I'm going to give you closing comments.
Just sort of
But,
hit me, we're not going to be able to do the tour next year
No.
because we were
But
talking
you're-
about doing that.
Yeah, but you're going to be too busy with your CBD farm anyway to be.
Yeah, that's
touring.
true. With my hemp farms.
Your hemp farms, yeah, you're going to be too busy to be touring. The tour bus is going to come to you.
Yeah, exactly. Need a tractor.
There you go. All right, so back in June, right, was President Trump's 75th birthday. And Tom Numbers got a bunch of patriots together to do a little video birthday message, and then he compiled it. And it's so weird how this works, Julie. I was just watching some video. You know, when you watch YouTube videos and it's on autoplay and something else will come up, it came up.
Right.
It came up, and I
Oh.
started watching it because I'm in it and Julie's in it.
Right.
And up came Robert. I was like,
Oh, dang
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to show that for you guys. Where do we find the hydroxy? Okay, somebody fill Cheryl in on how to get the hydroxychloroquine. I put the link in there, AmericanFrontlineDoctors.org, and I am going to play.
And again, when you order from Frontline, make sure you're tracking your bank that the transaction goes through, and stay on your bank.
Make sure. And
Yeah.
you are going to pay like $90, and you're going to get a prescription for both of them. One for hydroxy you're going to pay for, one for ivermectin that you're going to pay for. They're not that expensive. They will call it into one of their pharmacies, and then they will ship it to you, and you'll get it probably like within 2 weeks. I got it like within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
so if you guys are
But
ready.
again, people need to know, track the transaction going through.
Yeah,
It's
make sure it went
very
through.
important that it goes
So
through.
you see it in your bank statement.
Yeah,
Yes.
because the banks are against it right now, and they're halting payment.
Yeah, that's why. Hurry up and get it. Hurry.
Disgusting.
I hate to be an alarmist, but they're forcing us to be alarmists now. All right, guys.
Oh, yeah,
So
protectors.
this is the birthday message Robert David Steele left on the video for President Trump. Wait. I just want to make sure that I'm sharing with sound. Sorry, guys.
That's
Sharing
okay.
with sound. Okay, here we go.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. I said you could win in August of 2015. I wrote the Trump Revolution series, and right now I'm leading a 5-wrap bus tour to Mount Rushmore. We're going to be there on the 3rd and the 4th of July. Mr. President, America, everywhere we stop, wants you back. They want you back soon. BigBatUSA.org is dedicated to the proposition that the 99% should be in control with constitutional counties, and we should make faith, family, and freedom the restored covenant. Mr. President, you and the First Lady represent that for all of us. God bless you, sir, on your birthday, and I totally agree with you. The best is yet to come. God bless America. God bless the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, and God bless the First Lady, Melania Trump, the most elegant First Lady we've ever had.
It's your 75th birthday. You're going from 84 to
Wow.
75. So I thought I would don.
Well,
Wow.
he's not going to see the best.
No. Well, if he's with the Lord, he's with the best.
That's true.
I praise.
Yeah.
Well, Julie, thank you
crazy.
for sharing with us.
Thank you for letting me jump on and share
It's just
that.
interesting.
It's been a wild day. It's been a wild ride. And we
Yeah.
didn't even get to talk about my shells.
Okay, so I told you I was going to give you the final thoughts. It's all yours. Tell us.
Okay. Final thoughts. Do you have a picture? A couple pictures you can show? Final thoughts are that The Patriots are still continuing to fight. The Patriots are real and on the front line. And as much as we're fighting, we're also playing. And so I got to go play with an amazing Patriot.
Oh, wait. Don't tell them yet. I gotta find the pictures. Hold on. Give them a hint. You can give them a hint. Is it a male or female? Are they bigger than a bread box?
No, I'm going to put it this way.
Where did you send these pictures?
I sent them, well, they're on your phone.
Oh, my phone. Okay, that's gonna be, all right, I have to email it to you. Oh, I can't. It's saying not enough memory. Where are your pictures? Can you show them if I let you share the screen?
Maybe, yeah.
Is my
Well,
phone
on this
calling?
one, oh yeah, actually I can.
You can?
Yeah, I should be able to because I sent, yeah. Let's see.
I'm gonna let you share.
Oh, I know where it is. Here we go. So let's put it this way. I guess probably the best way to put it is that I took a Kraken at the firing range.
Yep. See if you have a share button. You have share button?
I mean a Kraken at the firing range.
I love that. All right. Anybody? Wait. Did anybody guess who she was at the range with? What'd you say? Male or female?
I haven't yet. I just said I took a Kraken at the
Tell
firing
us.
range.
Billy. Billy's in the chat.
Hi,
Billy
Billy.
Falcon.
Oh, Billy.
My favorite musician.
Yes.
I love you. How are you? Yes, Mary. It's the real Billy Falcon. Yes.
I love Billy. I've
And
been playing his song over and over.
We're going to
again.
have a Billy Falcon concert. Julie, would you like to be one of the attendants?
Yes.
We're going to have a Billy Falcon concert. We're going to do it live. Billy and I haven't set the date yet.
Yay. Oh, share screen. Okay, wait, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, Maureen. We need to send her something. Maureen, would you like a t-shirt or would you like one of my pro-Trump blank gag books? Because you got it right. Maureen said Sydney.
Yay! Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, Maureen. Tell Maureen Harrod, tell me if you want a t-shirt. Remember this t-shirt or if you want a book.
Okay, here's one.
And I will send it to you.
Here's one. Oh, dang it.
Are you able to share? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
good.
was I? Oh, screen sharing is stopped as the shared window is closed. Okay, we got to go back.
Share again. Or maybe you could hold your phone up to the screen if you can't get to share. Is it on your phone?
Yeah.
Billy, you are really real. Really. I love Billy.
Oh, Billy's fantastic. I love his songs, man. They're so great. And between him and Karen Staley, I tell you, it's been fantastic listening to their stuff.
Angel, my dog Angel's like, Billy, where? Where's Billy? Where's Billy?
Where's
There he
Billy?
is.
Billy, Billy,
Here's
Billy.
Billy. Say hi. Hey, Billy. Hi.
Okay, so here we go.
Oh, Maureen
I'll just
says,
show
okay,
you guys
Maureen,
this.
email me at rememberthistvshow@gmail.com and I'll get all your info to ship it to you. Oh, gosh.
Oh, can you see that?
What do we, let's see. Guys, can you see Julie's screen? I see something, right?
Should be my feet on the back of
see
the
it.
bus. Okay,
I
you guys
see-
see that?
Yeah, I do. I see
Okay,
that.
so there's that one. Let me see. Might not, you know what? I think that's just of the crew. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this from the phone.
Okay, show us from the phone. We'll be able to see
Okay,
it.
we're gonna do the stop share. So wait a minute. Here's a picture of our dearly beloved Patriot lining up to hit a 1,000-yard target using a 338 Lapua sniper rifle.
Wow.
And so let's see. So here she is. Oops.
Now, remind everybody that you used to be in the military.
Yeah, I was just in the Air
Or you
Force.
had some experience, right?
I had a little bit of experience shooting guns. I don't know if you can see that. So here she is. Yeah, there we go. Here she is shooting with Karen Staley. Their little pistols.
Yep. See, now Sydney, wait, hold it a little, hold it a little longer. Yeah. So Sydney is on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then here she is. She finally hit her target. The sun was about going down, but she finally hit the target.
Yes.
And there's me hitting the same target before she did.
I love it. I love
right
it.
in the middle.
God, what was it like hanging out with Sydney?
She was really sweet and so humble. I mean, just so, let's see, how can I
She
get this?
seems like she is.
She really is. She went up to my friend and said, "Hi, I'm Sydney." And he's like, yeah, I know who you are.
Who doesn't know Sydney Powell? Yes.
So I got word that she had been working. She had been doing like 6 depositions a day. And so this was, our friends had just set up a day for her to
R&R.
chill out and, some R&R. So yeah, so that was amazing. Right after the tour ended, I was able to go meet her, and it was incredible. She's an amazingly smart woman, very competitive. We had a great time. We just had a really good time. So
now
yeah.
I'm gonna put a question out to Billy, because we probably got like maybe another 10 minutes. Billy, do you want to jump on with us? Because if you do, I'll send you the link, and you can just come on real quick and say hi to everybody.
That'd be great.
It's up to Billy. Let's see. Yeah, because we're wrapping up probably in about 10 minutes.
I mean,
But
Denise,
nice to
I
see
hit 1,000 yards away on my second attempt. I got the 2 shells to prove it. I couldn't believe it.
What did you think when they said, "Come on, we're gonna be doing target practicing"? These are the coolest guys ever.
Heck yeah, I'll do it.
Coolest guys ever.
I also shot the clay pigeons. That you go pull, right? And I had like 6 pigeons fly by first. Pull, pull, pull. Did it 6 times. Finally, on the 7th time, I hit it. And the guy that was teaching me, instructing me, he goes, "Way to go. You want to do another?" I go, "Nope, I'm good. Thank you." And I just had to prove that I could do it, It was fun. It was
when you first said, "You're not going to believe who I was hanging out with this weekend," I'm like, you're right. I never would have believed it. Oh my God.
I didn't believe it. I'm still sort of pinching myself going, wow, that really happened. It's amazing.
So excited. Yeah. This has been like probably the most exciting couple of months for you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've been running hard.
All that you've been involved in, all the people you met.
Yep. Oh my gosh. And again, it's all about the grassroots and watching the grass grow. And I really feel so blessed to be witness to that. And and everybody's hungry. Everybody's hungry for next steps. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What action? And it starts where you are. That's one of the things I was really able to learn, especially from Sheriff Mack, is it begins where you are, and find out if your sheriff is constitutionally trained or not. If they're not, why not? And if they're not, get them in there to get trained.
That's right.
This is how we take our country back, is one county at a time. And it's really important that we all do this and step up and start asking questions of who we think are leading us. We put them in there, we can take them out. So we can vote them out. That sounds weird, but
I know.
yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
inciting
In our
violence. I'm just
mind,
saying,
we can
no,
take it
it
back.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, it just,
Exactly.
it's time to make some changes and make the change that's needed. But people
Yeah.
have got to step up, and they are, and this is one of the things that we kept telling and sharing with people. Even if your voice shakes, get up there and let your voice be heard.
Yes, that's
It's
right.
so important right now. It's so important.
And you know
important.
something, Julie, those are the ones that God uses. You know, Moses stuttered, but he had to get up
Oh.
on a mountain and
Wow.
he had to literally read the 10 commandments. And he
Wow.
stuttered. You know, so God
Wow.
doesn't pick the perfect, the refined, the ones that, have the
No.
PhDs. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I think
you
it's
use
the
them
pure
too,
of
but you don't
hearts.
need all of that for God to use you.
No, exactly. It's everyone has their divine talents. And, I know one of the things that Charlie keeps saying is that we're all amazing pieces to this one big puzzle. Well,
That's right.
That's exactly right. But unfortunately, we don't have the puzzle cover. We don't know what the puzzle is supposed to look like, but that's okay, because what we're
That's
finding
okay.
out is that we're testing each other, finding each other, and finding, hey, we fit here, we create this
Yeah.
picture, we create that picture.
And you know what? God knows where every piece fits. And that's why
Absolutely.
he when you go to him to direct you, you don't need to see the whole thing.
No,
You just
no.
know that he's putting you in that perfect spot where he
Exactly.
needs you to
And-
be.
Yep. And that's how I feel like I was able to land on the Arise USA tour with Robert.
Definitely.
God put me there.
For
I had
sure.
an opportunity to go.
For sure.
And it was incredible. I feel so blessed to have had that opportunity. So he will be missed.
Yeah. He was a great patriot.
Yep.
I never got to meet him. I know he did he started doing interviews. He interviewed Mel, which I thought was really great. You guys should look that up. His website is still up, right?
I believe so. BigBatUSA.org, I think it is.
Yeah. And then he had his own website where he put all his videos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see if I could pull that up. Yeah, Robert David Steele. Let's see. His website. Yeah, robertdavidsteele.com that you guys can go to. And you'll see like his past YouTube videos that he did. He was on with Charlie Ward. I believe he was on with Nino, right?
Oh, yeah. Quite a few times, I think.
Quite a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He and Nino are pretty tight.
Yeah, I had to text him this morning. I probably should just called him, but I
Yeah,
think he knows already, and he could not believe it. Yeah, so this is his website. Was he a cartoonist?
I don't
Julie?
know. I have no idea.
Holy cow.
Wow. What's that?
Ben Garrison. The below cartoons have been sponsored. Oh, they're sponsored.
Oh, that's cool. They got a cigar in his mouth.
Love this.
Ah,
Yes.
that was awesome. That's great.
And
cool.
look at
Oh,
look at-
that's great.
that is great.
Cool.
That is great. Yeah, Billy's gonna try to join us, so we're gonna
Okay, great.
call him in. But yeah, if you guys want to go to his website and check out his video there. Oh, Billy's here.
Yay.
Oh my God. Oh, what a great surprise.
Oh, yay.
We got Billy's right arm. Yes. We got Billy's right hand too. Yes.
Oh, there's his face.
Hi guys. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Hi guys.
Hi, Billy.
Hi. So Robert David Steele, what?
Yes. Julie, you
Way.
take it. You tell him.
What are you saying?
Robert passed away.
Oh,
Yeah, he was on well, it was his Arise USA tour, right? And
Yeah.
then Julie finished the tour and then they went on. Do you know what state they went to next?
Oh, they were at still several. I mean, they continued. They had a full. It was just without the full programming,
that's so sad. So
Yeah.
what happened to him?
At this point, all that I've been shared with to me is that asked for prayers last week because they took him to the hospital. He was experiencing symptoms of CV. And then I was told,
Of TB, you say?
no, CV. I just
Yeah,
don't want
COVID.
Oh,
and he asked for alternative therapies. They did not provide. It sounds like they put him on a ventilator. And of course, we know that that's not the proper protocol. So I got word this morning that he had passed last night.
Oh,
I
man.
believe it was last night. So yeah, it's
Terrible. I didn't know that.
it is terrible. So that's what's been going on.
Yeah.
And the,
Julie
like,
got to spend some time with him, right? Tell Billy.
yeah. So Billy, I was out on the road with them the last 3 weeks
Last time I saw
and
you.
their massage therapist, and
Sure.
yeah, so it's a big loss, a big surprise, especially for those of us that were hoping to go back out next year with Robert. Maybe we'll go back out, but it obviously won't be with him. So
You don't have to worry about any of this anymore.
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Unfortunately, he didn't get to see the best that was yet to come, is where I'm
Well,
up.
he'll see the best, really best. That's
Right, what did I say,
That's
Julie?
right. That's exactly what Denise said. That's right. That's right. Is
the one thing that's
much better
absolutely,
side.
one thing that's absolutely guaranteed.
Yep. So
That's right.
Ouch. That's I have to tell you, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry to hear that. That
Yeah.
sucks. You
that
seem
was
like
that was a
no
big one.
or anything. Yeah.
That was a big one. So
Yeah, a lot of people in shock.
yeah.
Well, not for nothing, but that's been happening a lot to people that are going into the hospital. A friend of mine, her aunt, out of nowhere, came down with the symptoms for COVID, went into the hospital, and then like a few days later, she's gone. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, she's not breathing, and we're trying to give her oxygen. She won't keep the mask on it. And it seems like they don't really care at this point. If they
Yeah.
think you have the virus, you're like a leper, and they don't really
Well, they won't
give you
even let you
attention
into
that
the
you need.
they won't even let you into the hospital in some places unless you take the test or unless you're jabbed.
Right.
Absolutely right. Absolutely.
I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, even here in New York, my friend just moved from Florida, of all places. She moved from a red state to a blue state, but she moved from Florida to Staten Island, and her mother ended up with a stroke, and they won't let her go in to see her because she didn't get the jab. So her mother's alone.
Yeah. Getting so tired of this.
Yeah.
This is what makes it really tiresome. It's just.
Yeah. When you
Oh.
hear about things, but then it hits home, that's when you really feel it.
Sure. And he was a sweet guy, and he was trying to do the right thing. And so many people, and then they don't give him the therapy that he needs. They don't give him what he needs. Which I
Yeah.
believe you could get this stuff at a horse store, right?
That's what we said. Yes, you can. You could get from a horse feed store.
Take a horse-sized dosage, but you take it by weight. So
Right.
if you're 500 pounds, you take.
Exactly. And now, and now they're coming out with this recipe that you can make your own hydroxychloroquine.
You can make
So
it. I wouldn't
You
trust myself.
can make it. Well, if you think about it, Billy, every drug is derived from a natural ingredient. Yeah, it's in there. Right? Am I right?
I know nothing about drugs. I know nothing.
Okay, so what the
You're right.
pharmaceutical company does is they take a natural ingredient, let's say like fish oil. They'll take fish oil, and then they'll add chemicals to it, and then they'll make a drug.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
everything is derived from a natural ingredient, right, Julie?
Yes,
So-
has to be. Yes.
So they're saying hydroxychloroquine you can make by taking 3 grapefruit peels, 3 lemon peels, put it in water with a glass lid, like a pot of water with a glass lid, and boil it for 3 hours until the water is distilled. And then when it cools off, you drink it, and that's hydroxychloroquine. Same effect.
And people are taking this daily. They'll make
Yes.
their own batch and take it daily.
That's
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah. I'm going to start drinking it daily if it's that easy to make.
It is, yeah.
3 grapefruits and 3 lemons.
Yep, just the peels. You want
And I
to
believe-
soak them in water and boil it for 3 hours. With
And
a
I
has to be
would
glass lid.
definitely go for organic too. If you can at all get organic, that's going to be a better deal.
The good thing about
Better
those,
potency.
yeah. Wow, interesting. Good stuff. I got on here for a reason.
I'm so glad when I saw you in the chat, like, Billy.
Well,
I was thinking, just hearing so much weird stuff, and I went in my room to pray. And I just for a minute went on. I saw Denise is live. This thing is a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you haven't heard Denise was live for a while, right? Because I haven't been doing it.
right. I know you haven't done a live for a while.
I
It's
just
a
been
little-
recording and throwing them on Rumble and Bitchute because YouTube hassles me so much.
Yeah.
But I figured we really need to go live for this because everybody was in shock.
I'm still in shock. I'm still
Wow, you know how old he was? You must know.
69.
69. He was
So
born July 16th.
We sang him happy birthday while we were out on the road.
You say
And
69
it's-
or 59?
69. 69.
Yeah, he was born in 1952.
Yeah, no, that would make him something else.
July 16th.
Wait.
No, he was born
Are
in
we wrong on the
52.
numbers?
Well, I thought he was 60. I'm pretty sure he was 69.
No,
July?
if he was born in 56, he was, he's younger than me, and I'm.
No, 52. It's my Brooklyn accent. No, I said 52. Sorry.
Oh, 52. Okay, yeah, we're back. Yeah.
You don't understand my accent? No.
I do understand your accent.
Talking to
Actually,
me.
your mic is very bright, so it's hard. Your mic is a little bassy. I don't know why that is, but
No, my mic is horrible. My camera's horrible. It's awful.
No, it's
But July 16th, which is my daughter Christy's birthday.
mine's the 13th. Yes.
Oh, really?
wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
sorry. It was so exciting.
It's so exciting.
It was so.
Birthdays aren't exciting anymore.
Oh no, they're always exciting. I love birthdays. I love all holidays except for Halloween. I'm not a Halloween fan.
No.
Yeah.
Though I have the mask. No. Though I'm always. I'm not a fan. But I like taking the kids around. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a fan now too. You're right.
Yeah. Fan of the candy.
Yep. So yeah, so it's I mean, overall, he seemed to be pretty healthy. He had quit smoking cigars and stuff, and so
Oh,
That's why people are questioning if that really happened. Of course we're going to question. With everything that we're being lied to, there's always
Well,
a question in our mind.
and a lot of the question is, was he poisoned or was he,
Right.
taken out by something else? Because
Right.
the other tours, a lot of people are coming back from different rallies really, really super sick.
Yes.
And, like I shared before with you, Denise, and I'll share with you, Billy, a friend of mine from mid-Missouri, her husband just died on Monday, and he had it, and I had to sit with her while the coroner's office came and rolled him out. And then she wound up in the hospital herself. Neither of them have had the thing, but they've been around people that had been, and they just came back from a freedom event in Florida. So there's a lot of people getting sick that is totally unexplainable as to why. It's really weird.
Well, there's a lot going on that's completely and totally unexplainable.
Yes.
And then we know who
Plus,
the God of this world is, so it's not so unexplainable. We live in a fallen world, and evil will continue, but we need to fight against it, right?
yep. Well, and that's where it feels like they're bringing the front line to us when it comes to the
Yeah, sure.
lovely little thing and the passports and the kids, what they're doing to the kids in the education arena. It's just disgusting. So yeah,
Well,
we're on the front line. This is front line,
It seems like mostly talk so far. I mean, with the exception of maybe New York, I guess there's actual limitations in New York, what you can do and what you can't do. I mean, here in Tennessee, there's nothing. some idiots will ask you to put on a mask. I just say no.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
don't
the
mean
same way.
some idiots,
Yeah.
but they just follow,
Look.
you know.
For those that haven't heard, I'll tell you what's going on here in New York. So starting September 13th, all businesses are required to ask customers for proof that they got it. You know, a card. It's a card, passport. And if they don't have it, they're not allowed to sit inside restaurants and eat. They're not allowed to attend. They can't go to the gym and work out. They can't attend any, you know, theaters or, you know, can't go inside any kind of entertainment, you know, places. And
So you say that's September 13th?
September 13th, this will start. This will start September 13th. There's been a lot of rallies, which I'm happy to report. A lot of fighting back. A lot of lawsuits are in place, suing de Blasio. Yes. The union workers, there was a big rally. There's a big lawsuit. Cops don't want to be forced. Teachers don't want to be forced. You know, healthcare workers, they're all suing. So this is a plus, because if nobody fights back, we've lost everything. Because if you lose your freedom in New York, it's going to trickle.
Oh, yeah.
Trickle effect
Yeah.
to the rest of the states. So.
Yep.
Wow.
And let me tell you real quick, because I don't know if you heard. So I went about 2 weeks ago with King Charlie Prince. I heard there was going to be a big hip hop concert right in my neighborhood, like right down the block.
Yeah.
And yeah, in a beach area, right? And it was a free concert. And I said, these were like big hip hop artists. Like I'm not big on them. So Wu-Tang Clan, I could tell you that his name, and, you know, a lot of other popular hip hop bands. And so I said to King Charlie Prince, I said, you need to come down here. Maybe you can get up on stage and sing The Roof is on Fire, you know? So he comes down from the Bronx, and it's me and it's him and it's my two daughters. And we walk over to a beach that we go to all the time freely. We just walk on the beach freely. All of a sudden, I didn't recognize it. They had railings up. They had fencing up. It was totally locked down, where the stage, all around the stage and where you go in online to get tickets, was on total lockdown, and big signs everywhere, no entry beyond this point unless you have proof of that.
Oh, no way.
I was like, it's such an eerie, oppressive feeling.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, I'm a performer. So, you know, we're going to take that route, that I'm a performer. So we go around and say, oh, you're a performer. Okay. Here's, you know, your wristband, whatever, go in there. Oh, these people with me. Oh, they are. Okay. Well, they have to show proof of. And I said, but I didn't take it. He's like, oh, you didn't get it. Oh, that's okay. We have 3 tables set up over there. One for Pfizer, one for Moderna, one for Johnson & Johnson, but you better hurry up because they're running out of the Moderna.
Oh, you mean they're giving them at the concert?
Yep. And because it's not, yes, and because it wasn't September 13th yet, because September 13th is when they really enforce it.
Right.
Okay. So up until the 13th, you have to show proof that you got it, or you have to show proof that you have a negative PCR test within the last 72 hours. So I was like, well, I didn't get it. And they're like, well, you could, I said, well, no, I'm not getting it. And they said, well, they're offering $100. And I'm like, okay. I said to the guy, and the guy was a young man, young, nice African-American, African-American man, just taking tickets. And I said to him, probably like 30 years old, I said, can I ask you a question? If the government has to persuade you to take something by bribing you with $100, doesn't that put a question mark over your head? Doesn't that make you want to wonder, is something wrong with that? And, oh, but there's a pandemic. I said, no, there's not. No, there's not.
Red pill that boy.
To get them to understand, listen, this isn't about a virus that's 99.95% of, recovery rate. This is about control. They want to make this country a communist country. So anyway, whatever. Then, we were still around there somewhere where we could see what was going on. And who comes on the stage? De Blasio and Schumer with the hip hop.
Oh, gross.
And they're acting all cool and they're trying to bebop and whatever you do, dancing to the hip hop and trying to act real cool. And what was their message? What do you think their message was?
Get jabbed.
Get the jab. Yeah. You
got
jab. And Schumer saying it, de Blasio's saying it, and the hip hop artists are saying it. And everyone's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And there was one person in the crowd booing them. That
Wow.
was me.
Oh
I was like, I thought more people were going to join in and boo. Like I was doing. They're
no.
brainwashed. They're brainwashed.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad.
They're
So
doing the
actually,
same
they were
thing.
using these performers
Yep.
to promote their own agendas, what they were doing.
They're doing the same thing here. We're supposed to have a Roots and Blues festival that we have every year. It got canceled last year, and they're going to have another one this year, but they're saying everybody's got to be jabbed for it. I'm like, well, guess you're going to have a lot fewer attendees.
Remember
But
when
then who knows? But then
That's
who
right.
knows?
musicians used to be rebellious? That's usually why musicians got involved in playing music and writing songs in
Yeah.
the first. And now
Oh, they're complicit now, Billy.
work for the man, and the man is bad. He's a bad man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I
Oh.
love Van Morrison's really come out with some really amazing things
Van Morrison,
against
one of my
the
heroes.
machine.
God bless him. You know what?
Yeah.
God.
He's done
Nobody-
some
I don't know of
amazing
anybody.
stuff.
Eric Clapton went and got the thing, and then he was very sorry because he got really sick and
Yep.
didn't think he was ever going to be able to play again. And then he started writing at least little blogs about it. I think he actually put a record out recently, possibly about it. But you would think those people would care about their audience, but they're more worried about their overlords, because that's what's going on.
Yep.
So, yeah, and it's also the twist in that it's not really caring. You know, it's just about the cashola, right? So it's the numbers.
Yeah.
So sad.
And the vulnerability of those kids watching these hip hop artists, right?
That's right.
To go to something that will maybe render them sterile or worse.
Or worse. Yeah.
That's right.
So
Hey,
sad.
Billy, because I got to jump off soon. Would you be able to play a song for us since you got that guitar?
I do have this
Thank you.
machine that enables me to play songs.
I know. I figured, you're holding it anyway. So
I never talk without it. In fact, when I go to the grocery store, I have it so I could talk.
I don't believe that.
Whenever I preach, I always hold a guitar because I realize I speak better holding a guitar than I do just sitting here like a jerk. Excuse me.
I thought that was you playing. I was going to say, wow.
That's good backup music.
And that's
Like, how's he playing that with an acoustic guitar?
that's my own very unique ring on my phone. If you guys don't know what that was, I know.
I
No
think
one
I had
has-
one like that.
I think I'm going to be selling that ringtone because it's so unique.
Yeah. Nobody's ever heard of it.
Never heard that one.
Oh man, I made a movie and I tried not to use that ringtone whenever the phone rang, but it wound up being that ringtone. At least people know it's the phone that's ringing when you do that. Yes, I could play a song. What would you like me to play? You have any idea?
I like the Jesus song.
Who?
The Jesus song. What is it called?
Only Jesus, or
That's the one.
every
That's
song I have is a Jesus song. So you
That's
have to-
true. That's true. It's the only Jesus one. Yes.
That's only. Let's see. I got it here. I know this stuff by heart, but as soon as I say that,
I like that one, but I also really like the Never Surrender.
well, I could do either, or I could do both, but you probably don't have time for both, so I will.
You can do both. I will make time.
All right, so let's do Only Jesus first then.
All right. I'm going to put you in full screen so everybody can see you.
Should-
And we're going to mute ourselves, right, Julie? We're going to mute
Yes,
ourselves.
People can handle it.
and
No,
you
you
can
guys
take
should
my
sing
background off of you.
All right. We can sing along. Thank you. Give him a-
No, you don't want me to do that, Billy.
No, you don't have that.
All right, this is Only Jesus, and I wrote this because I'm such a big fan of Jesus. No, I am, but I wrote this about 6 years ago. I heard someone speaking about healing, an evangelist, and as he was speaking, God told me that's true. This guy's speaking the truth. I still do this stuff. I still do what Jesus did when he walked the earth, and it's my will to heal people, and it is his will. And I've seen amazing. I prayed for a lot of people, and I've seen some incredible, immediate healing in people that otherwise things weren't going so well. And then I prayed for a ton of other people where I didn't see anything immediately, but my prayers, when they walk away, they get better. I know it happens for me like that. I get healed of everything. I refuse to go to a doctor. I get healed of everything.
Good.
If my arm falls off or something, then I'll go, they could sew it back on. That they know how to do, sew shit back. Oh,
If
as
they'll
I'm
let
gonna,
you,
Right.
if
as I'm
they'll let
saying,
you in, if they'll
Yeah.
let you in, because if you
Yeah,
don't take
that's
the
right.
little test, they won't let you in.
who ain't gonna let me? Oh,
The,
right.
the hospitals now are refusing service unless you take the test
Yeah.
or the jab.
Well, they'll sew the arm back on and then they'll jab the arm. Well, they'll
Right.
jab it before they sew it back on.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I just, all right, so I'll sing this. And this is kind of a
Play
walk
one
through.
arm.
I look at this as a walk through the Gospels, just kind of try to see this. The first one is the only one that's kind of nondescript at the beginning, and it's about the woman who touched the hem of his garment. She pushed through a crowd of people, and when she grabbed the hem of his garment, she did it expecting something. And when we pray, we need to expect something, and that's the point. You don't just pray; you pray expecting that He's a God that is so willing to do whatever it is you need if it's according to His word, and healing is absolutely according to His word. So that's why it's important that we know His word. Anyway, that's my speech.
That's it. That's them.
A flower grows where they said it could not grow. Do you hear me?
Yes, you sound
Yes.
amazing.
I don't even have my thing turned on over here. How could you hear
Oh,
me?
wow. Well, we hear you.
That's brilliant. I must sound awful. Hold on a second. I'm looking at my mixer and going, what did you do, jackass? Excuse me. Now, do you hear this? Do you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear the tapping.
You do hear the tapping. Do I sound
Yeah.
different?
Oh, now it's a lot better. Now you're a
Oh my
lot better.
gosh. No wonder the people were booing. I forgot to turn the mixer.
No, they weren't booing.
There
We
we
just couldn't hear so good.
You get to hear the
He's
first
just
verse
having
again.
a
I'd love
power
to hear you.
power
Here we
surge.
go. A flower grows where they said it could not grow. A voice says yes where a hopeless life said no. Go in peace, your faith has made you whole. The cripple walk, they're dancing in the street. Chains that bound, broken at their feet. Rise up, take your bed and walk home. Hearts unbroken, lives uncracked. Only one name can heal like that. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. A mother holds her lifeless child and cries. A heart beats where there wasn't one to find. Young man, I say to you,
rise, 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 hearts unbroken, lives uncracked. Only one name can heal like that. All out of hope, blacker than black. Only one name can save like that. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Only Jesus.
Praise God.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
that song is so
That was
anointed.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
So beautiful.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Jesus. See, Julie was supposed to be on the Christmas in July show with us, so she missed that when you played it.
Yeah.
And what a show it was. That was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah, you know, it's like in all this stuff. Today was a funny day, and now it's even a funnier day hearing about Robert David Steele. There's so much. There's so much information, and who knows what or anything. And that's why I grab myself and I go, "No, stop it. Go to him.
Yes.
Go to him, because it's the only thing we know beyond the shadow of a doubt is true.
That's right.
You know." And the other thing we know
right.
is that he's coming back, folks, and he's coming. So
Yes.
it says we died with him, we were buried with him, and we were raised with him. So what the hell have we got to lose in this lifetime by having courage and standing up for what we know is right? And if the dream here never comes true, and I'm not being negative, I believe we're seeing the outrageous evil. We're seeing the outrageous evil, an outrageous evil that we've never seen before. And I pray, and I truly believe that we're getting ready to see the outrageous goodness of God. We're seeing the outrageous evil of the devil. People had no idea before how evil was. And when you look at Afghanistan and you look at what's happening in Australia and now in New York, which it pales by comparison to Australia, and what's happening to children, and most people go, no, that can't be. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be.
And
it's nothing new. I'm looking at homeless people today. I don't mean to go. I'm looking at homeless people in the street, and I'm looking and I believe God told me, you know why they're out there? You know why they're out there? I mean, some people are born with a disability maybe, but a lot of them are out there because they've been abused. Something happened when they were kids. They're not out there because they didn't want to work. They're not out there because they started drinking. They started drinking because something, or drugging, or whatever the hell it was. Yep. It's when we get there, when we meet him, we're gonna find out how much of this stuff has been going on and how prevalent this thing with children is, and that's the biggest disgrace. That's the biggest disgrace on this planet. And there's so much damage that stems from that. That's why we stay in this thing. I mean, but we need to stay in it. We need to keep him, I think, at the forefront of this thing. We can't get so caught up in all the noise and all this ear-tickling stuff, because there's so much excitement. You know, it gets like its own kind of porn. You know, it's like we have patriot porn now, and we just got to be so careful to keep him on the throne of our heart. Because that's what blesses this movement. That's what enables Donald Trump to do what he's done. He's smart, he's good, but you know what? No one's that good. You know. Anyway, my speech.
No, we love it. Thank
It's
you.
wonderful.
That-
No, absolutely.
Okay, so people are asking how
Yes.
they can get your CDs.
My CD. Oh, well, you could just go to billyfalcon.com, and I'd prefer you to buy tights. I'm kidding. I just want to see someone. I just want to see somebody wearing. I want to see someone wearing them.
Did they say Billy Falcon? What did they say?
They would not say Billy Falcon. They say never surrender down the leg.
Oh, I want those. I want
Yeah.
those.
Actually,
I
they
wear
may,
wear those
leggings.
to
You
Colorado
mean
Springs.
leggings. You're talking
they
about
may say
leggings.
they may say my name really small on the ankle. I made sure they kept my name away from anything that would be
Oh,
inappropriate.
I gotta have a pair of those. Never surrender. I'm totally getting a pair of those.
I got the Never
Leggings,
Surrender
right?
shirt. Thank
Now
you
I'm
for the
doing-
Never
Oh.
Surrender shirt. I love
yeah,
it.
I should send you a whole wardrobe.
I'll
but
wear
yes,
it.
I'll take the leggings. I'll take the tights.
you could go to the website. You can go to the website and you could download whatever songs you want. I'm actually going to put. I'm finishing this record as I'm putting a song up tomorrow. I guess at 11:15. There's another song going up. It's kind of an in-between song. It's a really neat song. It's a song I wrote by somebody commissioned me to write a song for a seminar on Israel.
Oh,
It's called Your People. In Ruth, it says, "Your people will be my people." In other words, calling Israel back to Jesus, or to who they
Wow.
should have embraced originally. So that's what that song is. That's tomorrow. It's not a patriot song, but I think anything with Jesus in it is a patriot song.
absolutely.
But anyway, so they can download the music. They don't have to pay for it. They could just take it. It's there. Most of it's there. There are some records you can buy if you want CDs, but everything's available for like digital download, including like Never Surrender and all that stuff. So I just want people to have it. Which
Can we
is the
hear Never
basic-
Surrender?
What's it?
Can
Yes,
we?
I'm going to play it.
Yay.
Alive and well, I'm wide awake. Won't take your band. I've screwed that up. I was talking about a band. I'm reading and I still can't
Love
read.
this. It's great.
Alive and well, I'm wide awake. Won't take your brand, I'm not your slave. You serve your God, Lord of the flies. I pity you when you meet mine. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes. Your bloody mouth unsatisfied. God sees the trap you set for me. He'll not be mocked, I will be free. We will not bend, we will not break. How dare you touch what God gave? We'll never give in, never give up, never back down, never surrender, never surrender. Your fear will not make me behave. I won't march in your masked parade. Your hollow threats won't shut me up. I won't bow down, enough's enough. You say you'll give us what we need, as if you own the air we breathe. Stand up 100 million strong. Thought we'd lie down, well you thought wrong. We will not bend, we will not break. How dare you touch what God gave? We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. Never surrender, never surrender. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, just keep going, keep on going. Jesus with me every step. Just keep going, keep on going. Walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Just keep going, keep on going. Jesus closer than my breath. Just keep going, keep on going. We will not bend, we will not break. How dare you touch what God gave? We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. We'll never give in, never give up, never back down, never surrender. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, just keep going, keep on going, Jesus with me every step. Just keep going, keep on going, through the valley of the shadow of death. Just keep going, keep on going, Jesus closer than my breath. Just keep going, keep on going. Ba-bam.
Praise God. And I told Billy, I said, how exciting that President Trump used words from your song in his speech. He's like, well,
I
don't know about it from
I
my
heard
song.
that. I
think
heard
he
that. I
did.
was like, oh, he took lines from Billy's song. That was amazing.
You know when you hear something and the words are fresh in your mind, and
Yeah.
then you have to go before the country and give a speech like I do all the time? No, I'm kidding. No, I think he heard your song, Billy, and the words
I
were
think so,
fresh in
too.
his mind.
I do not know. I know Winston Churchill said something like that, so he might have got it from him too. So I'll share the credit with Churchill.
I'm pretty sure it was
Share
the
the credit.
Billy version.
We believe it was you.
It was the
Yeah.
Billy
I'll
version.
believe it when I see him wearing one of my T-shirts.
Oh, I think he will. Yeah, Melania will be wearing your
Or maybe the
tights.
tights, if he wears the tights.
Melania wear the tights.
Oh, isn't that great? Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's beautiful. I caught that too, Denise. I was like, oh, Trump's
Yeah,
using the same verbiage.
Do you guys
I
know
mean-
Tom? Do you guys know Tom McDonald?
I know the name.
Yeah.
Name's
No,
familiar.
he's a hip hop kid. He's a kid. I think he's probably in his 20s, and his stuff is so good. He's so
Yeah.
brilliant. But he does hip hop. But in every song he's doing this kind of thing, and he's like the hip hop version of what I'm doing. But
Nice.
I'm telling you, he's brilliant. I'm advertising, but he's got a zillion views or whatever. I think he's doing really well.
I'll have
But,
to check him out.
I
Cool.
thought maybe someone knew him. He's really a pretty talented kid. It's pretty neat to see.
You know who
Pretty
else you
really-
got to check out? Severe Anon.
Who is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Severe Anon.
Mhm.
He's
You
a
know-
friend of mine. I've done shows with him before. His music will blow you away. He
Is
does
that
what
kinda
you
like-
do.
Is it kind of like
videos.
techno-ish? I think I've heard. No?
No, it's hip hop, but the
It's hip-hop.
videos are like yours,
Okay.
where he'll
He did-
show like everything that's going on.
Yeah, very awake.
I think he did an intro piece for the guy who has, what is it called? That something, oh, forget it. Woke societies,
Yes.
which is a channel.
Yes, yes.
I
He
think
does his
Severe
intro.
did
Yes.
and it's
Oh,
neat.
for Scott.
I
Yeah, he
heard an
does.
instrumental. Why is everything ringing? Stop now.
Oh, is that me?
No, that was me. Yeah, that was you. That was you, Denise. Shut your phone off.
You want to hear
Always
something funny? You want to hear something funny? I had that ringtone, and it would. If I was all the way on the other side of the house, I wouldn't hear it. So I changed my ringtone to the beginning of the X-22 report.
Oh, that's
Because you can hear it, it's loud. And then if I don't hear the music, I hear him talking, and I'm like, "Who's talking?" Oh, it's my phone. Welcome to the X-22 report.
But don't you always then don't you expect Dave's voice? Hi.
Hi, welcome.
That's what
Hi.
my phone does.
Welcome to
Welcome back
episode
to
4
Next
billion
22
90.
report.
And then when people are around, they're like, "Who's that? What is that?" That's my ringtone. That's just the X-22 report guy.
Dave, every night before I go to sleep, Dave's the last thing I hear, and then I pray. But he's easy to listen to because
I love him.
he's
He
always
is.
positive.
Oh, he is, yeah.
He's always, even if he's lying, I like it. It's great. No, he's not lying. I'm teasing.
No, he's not.
great. I like Dave, whoever
Yeah.
he is, mystery man
Whoever he
that he is. He's the real mystery man. He don't even show his feet.
Oh, no. I know. At least we get boots, right? With one.
Right.
Well, have you heard about -48 now? I think. I
Oh,
talked
yeah, I
about
was just going to ask you.
I do. I'm going really slow.
Another
I'm
mystery man.
sorry. I go
Yeah.
really slow with that. I just because people are getting so caught up in that
Yes.
it's so easy. And I'm
I
not.
hear
I'm
you.
not. I hope everybody's alive. You know, I hope John Wayne comes back and makes another. I don't know. I'm not mocking anybody. I would love it. I'm a lunatic. I believe I'm open to whatever, as long as it doesn't interfere with Jesus, I'm good. But some of it begins to get a little wacky. But
But
yeah,
you know-
his voice, I did what you said.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And
You-
believe me,
you can
I told a
compare.
bunch of folks and they all looked at me sideways.
I
And
know.
then-
I get that.
And
Me
the
too.
numbers thing, it's great, but I'd rather people spoke English. I wish I knew. Anyway, but yes, it's interesting. So let's see. I don't know why we just can't wait and see, why we have to broadcast it, because it does nobody
That's how
any
we
good.
are. We're inquisitive human beings, and
We're a bunch
we
of
have to try to
screwballs, but
figure
no,
things
it's-
out. But I gotta tell you, Billy, and I was telling Julie, the Patriots have been saying all along, these people are alive, this one's alive, and that one's
Yeah.
alive. And now the prophets are saying it. The God is showing the prophets.
Have you heard Johnny Enlow? Do you know who Johnny Enlow is?
That's who said it.
I see him all the time at the coffee shop where I go get coffee in the morning.
No, you don't. I just
Yeah.
sent him a message. Really? You talk to him?
He's great. He's very shy, and I say hi to him. I shook his hand. But if I see him next time, he's going to talk to me because now I've watched him a little bit. But that
Yeah.
was great when he said, the Lord said,
Yes. There are
a lot of
people that you
people-
think could
because
dead.
what's going to shock us? What's going to shock us? Nothing much. But you know what? If all these folks are really alive, I won't be shocked. I'll go, wow, cool. How cool is that? Now, some people are going to lose their head when all this stuff
Oh,
happens.
absolutely. Yeah.
Even
yeah.
Elvis, though. Do you think Elvis is going to come out? Would it be like 100 years
They
old?
got that guy Bob Joyce in Memphis somewhere, and people have gone to his house, knocked on his door. He answers the door, and they filmed it. And sir, can I ask you? And he's really sweet. Are you Elvis? He goes, nah, I ain't Elvis. But you know what? You see his church service, and he's like, yeah, I used to be a hunk of burning love, and I'm going. He
I
plays
know,
it.
right?
So
He looks
fun.
like him. He sounds like him, but man, I don't know.
So when they
He
go to
lives
his
in a-
door, and does he say,
he lives in.
thank you
lives
for
in
coming
like
by. Thank you very much.
It looks like a single wide. He lives in a little tiny house, flat little house. And he was very sweet to the guy who drove up to his house, just a YouTuber. Drove up to his, you could find it on YouTube. And he knocked on the door. He said, well, this is his house. And he came out and I don't want to bother you, sir. I just want to ask you. And Bob Joyce said, no, it ain't me. And then he did the
and
move.
then he said, thank you for coming by. Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you very
right.
much.
He did the lip thing and
Yeah,
so funny. So
Yeah.
funny.
I love it. I don't know. I'm a little like you. I'm more on the side of you, Billy, because I'm getting different stories from different prophets, because usually I'll go with the prophets if they're tried and true, which many of them on the larger streams that I've heard so far are tried and true. But Kat Kerr is saying that she saw Michael Jackson in heaven and Robin Williams in heaven, and now we're hearing from Negative 48 that they're alive. So it's like, okay, now I don't know what to believe. So I'm just going to step back and wait.
Yeah, it's also fantastic. And like I said, the enemy just wants to do anything to get us off course. And I think a lot of people think of the enemy. When I talk about the real enemy, so this is a fight against good versus evil, right? Good versus evil. The real enemy is the God of this world. It says the entire world is under the sway of the wicked. The only folks that aren't under the sway of the wicked are people that have a standard in their life. The standard has got to be the Word of God, because without the Word of God, we don't know who Jesus is. We have to take it from somebody that hears voices. That's not enough for me. I'm sorry, because the devil can speak any language. He could imitate any voice. He could do it. If it's happened, he can do it. He can't create, but he could imitate. And that's all he's ever done is counterfeit what God does. And for every beautiful thing God does and has done, the devil has a counterfeit. So that's why we got to be really cautious that, and there's no harm in it if it's entertaining, but when it turns into our hope, and we're going to get crushed when it turns out JFK is not that guy, or he's not going to come back. There's enough heartache in the world, that we know is real, and I hope to God this stuff is, but I ain't going to preach it. I just can't. I will continue to preach Jesus Christ and him risen. And,
You can't focus on those other things. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's fun. Let's face it. I slap myself because I keep going to look at the YouTube, like who's saying what, and I enjoy it all. But when I see it starting to drag me down because it gets confusing, I stop and I look away and I pray. I get back to His Word and I praise. That I know is true.
Same,
You know?
same. Just been asking for guidance every step of the way, you know?
Yeah. Well, wisdom is it, right? Wisdom
Yeah.
is it. What did Solomon ask for? Wisdom, and God gave him everything, but he asked for wisdom. He says, what do you want? Imagine God saying to you, what do you want? What can I do for you? And Solomon didn't ask for anything. He said, I just want wisdom. I just want to be wise. And God said, since you asked for that, I'll give you everything. That's why he says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added to you. We're so busy pursuing what we want. Then if we get it, we're disappointed because it's not what we thought it was going to be. And if we don't get it, we're disappointed. But if we go to him to get it, when we get it, it will be exactly what we wanted. Because if it ain't going to help us, if it ain't going to bless us, we ain't going to get it.
Right.
You know, so it's neat. It's, you know, it's much easier to go this way and pursue him. And and then you obviously you do the things you do. I'm a songwriter. I have to write songs. But I go to him. And my songwriting becomes much easier. He gives me my songs. When I write by myself without him, I'm an idiot. I mean, I sit down and there is no word that rhymes in this mouth, and there is no melody that makes any sense in these hands, in this guitar. And when he speaks to my heart and says this, like a song like this or a song like Never, like all the songs you're hearing, they're whispered to me, and I sit down and they're easy, and I tweak them and I try and make them better. And it's like cutting a diamond, and hopefully it's a diamond when it's done. But when I sit down uninspired, like if I get away from the word long enough and I get away from spending time in his presence for whatever reason, which is I do my best not to, I sit down and write a song and I am stupid. I listen to myself. I say, no, go golfing, go play golf. You're better at that. But when he's involved, when I allow him, it says, what does it say? Acknowledge him in all your ways and he'll direct your path. That's a path I need. My path that needs direction. You guys left?
No, I'm here. No,
Denise
you're absolutely right, Billy. I mean, that's what I feel like a lot of us are doing right now, is just asking for the guidance and being shown. And then the important part is to follow once you're shown.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been praying every day is, God, guide my steps, my next steps of where do I need to be? Who do I need to meet?
And sometimes you only get the next step until you take the next step.
And that's all that matters. Yeah, exactly. And that's
Yeah.
okay. You know, ours is not to know the how. That's God's plan, right?
Yeah.
Ours is just to know the why.
Yeah.
And the why is because we have this beautiful love in our heart that we want to share with people. And so that's what I just keep going back to. And every day is just a new guidance of go here, look there, you know, uncover this and be shown that. And the miracles are just incredible that have been taking place. So
Sure.
I feel very blessed. So blessed.
And you need that. You need that because that's why the world goes sideways, because they don't have that. See, if you know him and you know his presence, you don't need to get high. You know, you don't need, if you have intimacy with the God of the universe and you have intimacy with the Savior of the world, you're not going to be going to pornography for intimacy, you know, and you're not going to be going to alcohol. You won't be looking at your partner and going, hey, you don't do it for me anymore. She wasn't supposed to do it for you in the first place.
Right.
He was.
Right.
And once he does, then it's okay. It's really okay. Every relationship is enhanced. Everything we do and the dirty, nasty things that we do and we hate ourselves after for doing them. Hopefully we hate ourselves. Otherwise we kind of have a reprobate mind. But when believers go outside and they do stuff they know, they feel like they need some kind of a shower. I used to feel like that a lot. I don't feel like that at all anymore because he took any desire I had for ugly things away. And not because I'm a good guy, because I spend time with him. I spend time sitting, I sit. I don't even talk. I just sit. And I feel like he does heart surgery on me. He fixes me. He fixes broken things. And I guess one day we're going to find out how much he's fixed and how much he's protected us from just because we acknowledged him in something, you know? Who knows how many times we would have got hit by a piece of space junk or something like that. You know what I mean? Whatever. We are protected to a large degree. We're protected. And yes, he has an enemy, and sometimes the enemy gets scores a goal, even on his beautiful children, you know. But we're a very blessed people. I'm beyond thankful, and that's
Yes.
to say that in this day and age is like a tall order, and I say it with all honesty. I just am beyond blessed. Because of what I know, because of what I trust. Otherwise, I'm fractured with fear, and I'm not. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Well, and I keep waking up and going, wow, to be above ground is a miracle every day because of how dark and deep the enemy has been and how much they have been trying to keep us from our God and keep us from our true divinity and to physically kill us. I mean, they have been doing it on all different fronts for so long that for us to even be above ground is a beautiful miracle every day.
You are absolutely right. I mean, with all the stuff they put in the sky, and I believe they're doing that, with all the stuff they put in the food, we ought to be dead 10 times a day. And it's only by the grace of God and his mercy. He's protecting us because they're trying. Look what they're trying. The economy. It's really been hard for them to turn off the economy. They're having a hard time turning it off. You know they're trying to turn it off. Will they? Maybe they will. Maybe that'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back and wakes everybody up. I welcome it. I don't care. I don't care. I welcome the lights going out and the power going out because you know.
Because you got candles in the background right there. I can see.
What see them?
Candles in the background.
Oh, that's just the thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Get ready for the lights to go out.
Yeah, that's my prepping over there. My little candles that haven't been lit in 20 years.
okay.
I do got a couple extra cans of peas. I like sweet peas and spaghetti, like peasant food, they call that.
Oh, yeah. We'll call you Popeye.
So I got about 10 cans of, my daughter looks in my pantry. She goes, why do you have so many sweet peas? Whenever her boys are hungry and I don't have time, I cook sweet peas and spaghetti. Try it. It's really good.
It's good. My mother used to make it with a little ricotta for the Americans out there.
Ricotta, that's
macaroni and the peas. It's really good.
That's awesome.
That's funny. I was always embarrassed to buy a ricotta because I would have to pronounce it like Italian, and it always sounded funny to me. Ricotta.
Then I'm standing in line at one of these Italian delis, and someone comes up and is like, "Give me a lightly salted mutz," and I'm like, "I don't feel so bad." They're asking for mutz at home.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Lightly salted mutz.
Yeah, here in Nashville, it's mozzarella, and I'm going, no, it's not.
Yes.
It's not
No,
mozzarella.
it's not.
So funny. Yeah, you're in the thick of it in New York. You get good food. Here, I forgot what good food is half the time.
Yeah, right. What
And
about
you know
the pizza?
Pizza, you know what? There's a couple of places here now, but maybe I forget, you know. And then when I go up north and I'm walking the streets, I'll stop on every corner and have a slice of pizza, no matter what. It's like my favorite food.
Because they make the crust crispy here. Everywhere else, it's just not crispy. But they say it's from the water, really, right?
Yeah, I don't know that it's wrong. I think they get cheese from Wisconsin. That ain't gonna fly. Yeah. You want that cheese, the oil that drips on your hand, that you know, the olive oil. Yeah.
All over your clothes.
You don't get that here in Nashville. You get like Crisco or something. I'm teasing. But there is some good pizza places here. Oh my! Anyway,
you were a delightful surprise. Thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you so much, Billy.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. You know, I did.
Listen to prove it. Listen, my ringtone.
Welcome. You're listening to the X24.
My ringtone.
That's funny. That's funny. Dave is the
Well,
best.
that's probably how you can always find fellow patriots when your phone goes off and somebody recognizes it that's around you in public. They'll be like, "Oh, you must listen to X."
I know.
You know?
Right now, I'm here. Who's that guy talking?
And I'm surprised I don't see more, but I keep seeing like a shirt. Someone's walking in front of me when I'm taking a walk around a lake where we get coffee, and we try and catch up to the guy because it looks like the "And We Know" shirt and get.
Oh, and we know, yeah. I saw a lot of those.
It wasn't. I thought, how cool would it be to run into someone that's a fan? I don't see it. see
I
Trump hats, which
saw
is
quite a few on the Arise tour. I saw quite a few
Oh,
people
yeah, you
wearing
would- yeah, you
those.
would
Yeah,
definitely-
that was really cool to see that.
Now, was Scott McKay on that? Did he go? He left it, right? And those guys
Yeah.
got sick too.
Yeah,
Now,
they
Sasha
got really
Cohen,
sick
did
too.
Sasha
Yeah,
Cohen stay
his
with the
dad
tour, or he
got
went?
sick.
Yeah, he got sick too. And I'm hearing a lot of other folks, not just that tour, but other tours, people that are attending will go attend and come back very ill.
Very sick.
So I know that I think the Florida event, your guys' sky was like really, really hazy while in attendance, and then afterward, clear.
Yeah,
So-
I was very fortunate. I was very fortunate. Covered myself in the blood of Jesus. I came back healthy, thank God. I'm going to Colorado
Yeah.
Springs, so I'm
Yeah.
praying for protection
Yeah,
over that.
well,
But
get,
Scott
get on your
McKay's,
MMS. Yeah.
yes, I will. Scott McKay's father passed away from.
I heard that. Yeah, I did
Viola.
hear that too.
Well,
He
that
did.
just happened also, I guess, because he talks to his
Yes.
dad on the show. Oh, that's so
Yes.
horrible.
Yes, it's so horrible when
Yeah.
you see what they're doing, just to stop the truth from getting out, what they're doing.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway,
It's tough.
It
We
won't stop us.
over the target when they start, totally censoring you.
Yes.
yeah.
So, but I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you, everybody in the chat.
Yes,
Again, go to
everybody.
frontlinedoctors.org. Also, it's healthyamericans.org. I'm going to put all this information.
Yeah,
If anybody is
healthyamerican.org. Yeah,
Yes,
Peggy.
if anybody's being discriminated against and they're
Mhm.
telling you, you can't go on your school campus, you can't go to this restaurant, you can't go here, you can't go there.
Can't
you're gonna
work
lose your
unless you get the,
job.
you can't work unless you get
Go
the,
there.
go
That's
to that website and
They have
find
documents for you, yes.
your
that you can fill out,
state.
that you can show to these people. You are
Yep.
protected under the Constitution. They have no right to infringe upon your civil liberties and
That's right.
force you to take the jab. Okay,
That's right.
and
Discrimination.
if that doesn't get you anywhere, you contact a constitutional lawyer.
Or
And
you just stay
so many
home,
lawsuits going on right now.
or stay
Yeah.
home and eat pasta and peas.
Yes, with the ragut. Don't forget the ragut.
Just that would actually be good. I might do that tonight. Good idea.
Really, I don't know with
Hungry.
spaghetti.
Great.
My
Now
mother
I'm
didn't
hungry.
do with spaghetti. My mother did it with like ziti, like
sure,
a
I know.
smaller pasta,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
mixed it all up. That's my brother's favorite. He absolutely loves that. She might have threw in a little mutz. I'm not sure, but definitely the ragut. You guys in the chat, yeah, the Italian ones are probably liking this, but
Oh, boy. That's great.
yeah, and that's it. But do me a favor, Billy, when you see, Johnny Enlow, please, give him my name. Tell him I really want to get him on the show.
I'll elbow him or something. Yeah, I enjoyed that
Yeah.
last thing he just did. That was
I thought it was amazing. So
Wow.
encouraging.
yeah,
Wow.
And I love his wife.
Yeah, she was great, and I like that guy. The Elijah Streams guy is
Yes.
a cool dude. I
Oh,
like
Yes,
him.
Steve.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been on his
Well,
show
good.
without being on his show. Have you noticed? I was on his show twice without being on his show. Ask me
I
how.
don't understand how. What'd you say?
Because like what'd you say? It's a tongue twister.
Oh,
So
Denise.
two of my guests go on his show and showed clips from my show on his show. Deleted it. I was like, okay, so I was kind of on the Elijah Streams.
Was it Robin Bullock?
Robin Bullock and
Yep.
then
And
Manuel Johnson.
It was Emmanuel. Okay. Yeah.
You did a great job with him, though. I thought you really, that was a really good. I liked that show a lot. It was sweet, and it was. I thought it was really good.
I
And you
loved.
made it-
I was so happy that his wife came on. Yeah.
Yeah, they were great. Yeah.
And Billy,
And
I don't know
he's
if you
here-
heard
he's
that
here-
part.
He's here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'd love to meet him. I don't know how to get to
Is
those
he?
people.
I thought he was in Alabama. I think he's in Alabama.
I thought it was Alabama.
Yeah,
Oh,
he might
really?
be.
I thought it was in Tennessee
I'm
somewhere.
bad at geography. Is that close by? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think no, Alabama's not
I
far,
don't.
but I thought he was in Tennessee, is what I was told. Maybe I'm
Alabama,
wrong.
Tennessee. Are you neighbors? I don't even
Same
know.
things. Yeah,
They're
they're
same,
close.
same.
It's
Yeah, they're close.
Pretty
It's
close.
close. It's close.
But let me tell you real quick. The story goes, Cuomo gets on TV and says, you know what we ought to do? This is weeks ago. We ought to knock on everyone's doors, drag them out of their house, throw them
Yeah,
in
I
a car.
heard.
You heard him, right? I was like, that is so.
Throw 'em in the car and what?
And I hate doing this because my arms are so big and fat. But all right, you get it. All right. I can't wait till I could just say the words so I don't have to show my arms. But anyway, so the Lord impressed upon me to call Robin and get him back on the show. So I contacted his daughter. She didn't answer. I left a voicemail. The very next day, she calls me back. And I'm like, oh, she's returning my call. And she proceeds to tell me that the Lord impressed on her father to come back on my show. And I says, oh, so you got my message? She goes, no, I didn't know you called me. So she wasn't even returning my call. The Lord was just putting on both our hearts that he needed to come back on and just encourage, New York, which they did. They're wonderful. They're wonderful.
Wow.
And God is moving in New York, and there will be a revival in New York.
God is moving everywhere. We're getting ready to see, I think, like I said, the
Yes.
outrageous goodness of God, because he is outrageously good and people need to know it.
Yep, absolutely.
And,
I
and
agree.
expect it. I think we got to expect it.
Yep,
Yes,
yep. Look to the light.
most definitely.
There's no dark switches. There's only light switches.
I love that.
Yeah. You can't turn off you can, how do you turn off you can't turn up the dark. No, you can't.
Can't turn up the dark. You can
Turn
only
off
put the light on.
Yeah.
I like that. That's really good.
Let me turn on the dark.
Well,
Unbelievable.
thank you, Billy, for coming
Oh,
on.
my
What a
pleasure.
nice
It's so good
surprise.
to see you guys. Thank you.
You
And,
too.
We're going to do a
Hey.
concert with you, right, Billy? We're
yes,
gonna
yeah.
schedule
You,
it.
you say
We're going
when.
to have a bunch of people in the
Have
Have
Zoom
you
with
met,
us.
Billy, have you met Karen Staley yet? She was
No.
the singer with the Arise USA tour.
Don't know
I
who
would
that
say
is.
we should, I'll send you her song. She's
Oh,
wrote
is that
quite
the
a few of them.
Jolene song?
Yes,
Oh, Billy, you have to hear
it's
this
so
song.
good. It is
She
so
took Dolly
good.
Parton's
Which is-
song Jolene and
Oh,
changed
Jolene.
it
It's
to,
great. Yeah, it's a great song. I know
yeah,
the
but
song.
she changed it to something
Changed
else.
it
Oh,
to
really?
the V word.
Oh, that's very funny. That's
Oh,
very
it's
funny.
hilarious. It's great. It's
It's
great.
really
I'll
good.
send it to you. I'll send it to
That's
you.
funny.
Yeah.
All right. Final words, Julie?
Final words. Keep fighting the good fight. Rest in peace, Mr.
Rest
Robert
in
David
peace.
Steele. Great having been on the front line with you, sir. And I'm just shocked and chagrined, but really, really, really ready and know that he served a much bigger purpose for all of us to wake us up. And for that, I'm very grateful. So thank you guys for being on here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Julie. I love you so much.
Love you
Billy, final words?
Oh, I would just, what I say, well, I think we just got to keep our eyes locked on Jesus. That's it. Eyes on Jesus. With everything we do, we can have fun. This is fun. Seeing you guys is a blast, and talking about this stuff and all these kind of interesting little things about what's going on and when and who and how. We need to keep our eyes on him. Like when Peter got out of the boat, he did just fine on the water while his eyes were on Jesus. And we do just fine on the rough water when our eyes are on Jesus. It's when we take our eyes off him when we look at the water, and we all fall prey to that. We all fall prey to looking at the water and going, but we could walk on the water. We can walk through the fire and come out not smelling like smoke if we keep our eyes on him. And life is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. You don't have to look any further than his apostles. They didn't have a party. It wasn't an easy a cakewalk, So it's not a cakewalk for us. It seems to be a cakewalk for the evildoers, doesn't it?
Has been, not anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
that time.
and you know what? Ultimately, it will not be. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. Like I said, this is not heaven. What's next is, and they ain't going.
Right.
Anyway, just
that saying? You guys heard that saying? That saying? For those that are going to heaven, this is as close to hell as we're going to get. And for those that are going to hell, this is as close to heaven they're going to get. So
that's a good
Ooh,
saying.
I like that.
That's a good saying. And
like that.
Again, that's why they live their lives the way they do. They think they could make their lives like heaven on earth. And yet it's still a living hell because they're never satisfied. That's why they want more and more and more.
tell us how we could get that ringtone, Billy.
If you just write Billy Falcon at billyfalcon.com. This is my daughter and she's on the road. I have to talk to her.
You can take
Okay.
it. We
All
love you so
right.
much.
Thank you.
I love you guys. We'll
Bye.
see you
Love
later.
you too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Babe?
Bye.
Oh, good.